Hello, you beautiful internet you. Oh, I screwed it up already. There we go. I fixed it all, Minnie. Hello, you beautiful internet you, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Careful Cantrip, where a group of friends from coast to coast do their absolute best to get lost in dungeons and run away from dragons. As always, I am your host and ever-loving universe DM Dave, and these warriors of the dice beside me are my players. Guys, you already know what to do. It's been way too long. Show some love to them. Show them. Do it.
Woo!
What up, baby?
I didn't know this was happening.
What it do?
You'll get used to it. Don't you worry about that. Guys, thank you so much for the level 6 hype train. It keeps going, and I keep hearing things in my headphones, and I don't know why it keeps going off like that. Chat, can you hear weird sounds when people do things? Just want to make sure it's not, you guys can't hear it on your side. Let me know. Nate, show them how much love we got.
Dave, we got so much goddamn love. So much love that I think we're going to break out this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we brought it back. It's ready for you. We're here to go.
It's exchanged hands.
Guys, thank you so much. I've tried to go through. You guys are going way too quick. There's too many events happening right now. But guys, thank you so much for the amazing hype train. We ever so much appreciate you and all of the support that you throw our way. So love you, thank you, and god damn it, am I excited for this campaign. We got something for you that is going to blow your damn minds. Send you into the stratosphere entirely. I hope y'all are ready. Chat, are you ready? Show me how ready you are in chat. Throw up those signs, not the gang signs, the hype signs, the love signs. Give them hell. Give them hell in chat. I want to see a wall in chat right now.
Yeah, who's bricked up?
Yeah, who bricked up? Who bricked up?
That's supposed to mean something, isn't it?
It's
a
something
masonry
that
term,
we
it's fine.
don't have to worry about
Masonry
right now.
term.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that said, we do have a few announcements for the evening, and I'm going to turn it over to our lovely CC CEO to start telling you about those things while I turn the music down a little bit.
Oh my goodness, doesn't it feel good to be back? Listen, y'all, the exciting thing is you're not going to hear me talking as much. A little bit, probably about 50%. For today, all I have to say is for those of you who are watching on YouTube and it's Sunday, make sure you leave a comment. And next episode, we'll read your comments at the top of the episode. Woohoo! So do it because it's fun for me. And now, without further ado, I would love to turn things over to the wonderful, the fantastical Nate!
Hey, it's me again. What's up, guys? I got something really cool to tell you. You guys ever hear rumors about that Careful Cantrip Platinum? Bobby, you remember hearing about that?
I've heard about that a few times. What's that all about, Nate? That's weird.
Turns out these Careful Cantrip guys have actually launched Careful Cantrip Platinum starting today.
We did it! We nailed it! Oh! Guys,
you guys can check it out. Someone's going to throw a link in chat for me. But go check it out. We built a brand new Patreon page. We're going to be bringing you guys a ton of behind-the-scenes looks, interaction with the cast. We're going to be doing video diaries. There's a bunch of plans we have in store for you. This is just the beginning. So go check it out. Hit the link. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment. Come say hi.
Yep, we got lots of options and we got tons of additional content coming out. Cast hangouts, special streams with myself for world building, stuff with Reina at the same time. We got behind the scenes videos. We've got weekly video diaries from each one of the cast members, so you can get some insight on how the character's feeling, some of the things that happened that made him happy, made him sad, made him mad, who knows? Lots and lots of stuff is going to be happening over there, so please go check it out. See if it's your thing. We'd love to have you over there. Aside from that, we do have a couple sponsors for the evening. Our official campaign sponsors for the entire campaign, the lovely, great Grimoire. We've talked about it on this channel a few times already, but if you are looking for 3D printable minis, they are the best in the game out there. I promise you that. I looked everywhere. I found the best ones possible. And it's something. It's something. Head on over to either their Instagram, their Patreon, or wherever you get your mini downloads. I get mine from Mini Factories, and it's all there for you. Just go crazy, have fun with it, you know. And hey, tell them we sent you. Aside from that, we do have another sponsor for the evening, our friends over at Mithril Armory. They are starting a brand new Kickstarter for their dice scroller. It's this little like Wheel of Fortune thing or price Price is Right thingy. I don't know what the hell you call those things. But they are fantastic. They are amazing from what I've seen of the prototypes. The Kickstarter is going live soon, which you can go check out if you use, I think, MA, I think that's what I did. Either that, I set up as a timer. I got a lot. There's too much happening today, guys. But we do have a giveaway for the evening. They have offered, which is absolutely incredible of them. I'll put it up on screen right now. The portable dice box / roller. The boundless dice box as we know it. It's on screen right now, or it's covering all the pretty people's faces, but there it is in all its glory. I am going to love having one of these things. Hopefully I can convince Mithril Armory to send one my way. But it's a dice tower. It's a dice case. It's everything in one. It's nice leather bound, fantastic and amazing. Fits your dice sets, standard dice sets, perfectly, and you can just walk around with them on your pocket. They're amazing. Use !roll right now in chat. You can be entered to win. We're going to go ahead and do that at the end of the episode. Woo! Boy, howdy. And level 7 hype train, guys, thank you so much. Powers, I saw you. B-Town, I saw you. Rowdy, as always, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. OG, McLover, all of y'all, thank you so much. There's too many notifications on my screen right now, and it's all thanks to you. Thank you so much. I think that's all I've got, though.
I'm not ready.
Are we not ready? Do we want to wait for a minute?
Yeah, let's postpone it another month.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight, guys. We'll see you next month. No, we're kidding. All right. In that case, do I have everything set up? God, you check these things like a million times over before you go live, and it's like, did I do it right this time? Raina is a bit quiet. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn that up. But let me turn this down. Let's go ahead and set the mood, shall we?
Ooh, okay, I'll shut up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
And hey, I guess without any further ado, let's begin. In the realm of dreams and whispered spells, where reality and fantasy in waltzes dwell, fairy tales are not mere stories, my dear. They're portals to worlds, both far and near. Dragons soaring in moonlit skies, frogs transformed by princesses' kisses. Oh my. In the tapestry of tales where bedtime stories are weaved, echoes, whispers of wisdom, ready to be received. Yet listen closely, don't be beguiled, for fairy tales are more than just smiles. They represent our fears, our desires. Our darkness is cast, for in the brightest of fantasies, shadows hold fast. Ancient wisdom, a heart's quiet reprieve, for those who believe the tales never leave. As pages turn and stories dance, remember that within each tale, truths may enchant. In the realm of dreams, where stories unfurl, the magic lingers like the essence of the world. With a kernel of truth in every written line. So heed my words, listener. Once upon a time. In the heart of the Emerald Empire, where the enchantment of the Fey folk dances in harmony with human innovation, a tapestry, a verdant landscape unfolds. From the towering snowcaps of the peaks of the Bombspine mountain range, to the ancient and thriving forests of Furlan, an era of tranquility has cast a radiant glow upon the western realms of the continent. This golden epoch finds its sanctuary in the majestic bastion known as the Emerald City, where the illustrious rulers King Oz and Queen Ozma preside over the realm. Blessed by a gentle touch from the fairy godmother, the realm has experienced a respite, tender season of light rains and hushed winds. Yet within the shadows that grace their prosperous land, perils do linger. Ferocious beasts prowling, seeking their daily sustenance, while dubious figures with nefarious intent roam the edges of civility. And to the east of the bomb spine, a foreboding realm warns all to stray not into its enigmatic depths. Yet our tale's genesis unfolds far from these known territories. In a quaint little village nestled in the southern expanse of the Emerald Empire, Startier Valley. Resting humbly at the foot of the formidable Storm Ring Peaks, this settlement exists more as a vital nexus of intricate web of commerce than just a mere dot on a map. A discreet marker slightly off the beaten path from the famed yellow brick road, strategically positioned between the Emerald City and the bustling south port of Seesaw Harbor. The sun's benevolent rays bathe the village in warmth, while the moon stands sentinel, casting its silvery glow upon the peaceful slumber of the villagers. Yet, unbeknownst to the serene inhabitants, the threads of destiny quietly begin to weave their intricate pattern, setting the stage for an extraordinary tale. On this night, the 27th of warmth on the 962nd cycle, bathing the village in its glow, the moon takes note of two small mortals that sing its praise. In a small clearing just outside of the village, a mother and daughter stand holding their hands up as if to catch the moon's rays. The elder of the two stand with a radiant grace that transcends mortal beauty. Her pale, porcelain-like skin gleams in the soft glow of the moonlight. Atop her smooth, bald head, she adorns a shimmering silver tiara with symbols dedicated to the moonlit seer, Sleeping Beauty. She wears a faded silk robe of sky blue with similar lunar symbols stitched in cobalt blue. And directly in front of her, with head bowed in praise, Reyna, would you please introduce and describe your character?
I'm so nervous. Okay, well, before you see a Eladrin elf, average height, got some sort of Nordic vibe attire on. She's got braids in her hair, up into two buns atop her head, but the other half is down, very long and wavy, and very much white. She's got one blue eye and one gold eye, and she is bowing her head, trying very hard to focus.
And her name?
Her name is Rune.
The older woman, named Laura Lane Starnfall, or Laura for short, turns down on her daughter, looks down on her daughter with a radiant and proud smile before her, turning her face back towards the sky. As the parade of the night sky continues, we thank all within the parade for their ever-vigilant march. And at this holiest of times, we give thanks to the coming of our mistress, the celestial Dreamweaver. We ask that your light guide our path, as forever it has, that you offer your wisdom to the village of the Star Tier, that you continue to shine upon our family, and we thank you for the gifts that you bestow upon our daughter, and pray that she may serve you as you have served her. With the turning of the wheel into your house, we offer our vow once more. O great Aurora, We vow to safeguard the delicate balance between the mortal realm and the ethereal as vigilant defenders at their crossroad. We embrace the delicate threads within the divine tapestry and seek to help those that need guidance to your lunar wisdom. And we offer ourselves as guides to those departed whom seek to commune with the world within dreams. May your insight glow within us, so we might shine outward. Praise be the Sleeping Beauty. Letting her arms fall down at her side, Laura once again turns her attention to Rune standing in front of her. You've done so well in your training, Rune. I can't even begin to tell you how proud I am.
Well, thank you. I'm not surprised. I mean, I have been doing really well.
Yes, you have, my dear. And soon your pillage to Avalon High Temple is coming soon. You must be very excited to meet those of your faith.
Yeah. When is that again?
A few fortnights from now. Not too long. Closer to the end of this cycle within the parade.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Do you think they're going to test me a lot there?
There will be a number of tests, yes, but none that you can study for. Just remember the practices and the rituals that we've gone through together. Simply focus on harboring the intuition that's offered by the Sleeping Beauty. She's guided our way for many generations, and she'll continue to do so with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. And one other thing. I was waiting for the pilgrimage, but I think now is the perfect time. You watch as your mother turns and begins to make her way over to your belongings that you've set to the side. This has been handed down through our family for generations, Rune. Your grandmother gave it to me, as hers did to her around this age. Now it's time to pass it on to you. She reaches down to retrieve a long object wrapped in a cloth. You notice this on the way, however, she brushed it off, changing the conversation, pointing the attention back to your brother. She walks back toward you with the wrapped gift, outstretched. This is for you, Rune. May it guide you on all of your paths.
Wow. She'll take it and just open it, unwrap it immediately.
As you unwrap the gift, you find an object of radiant beauty, forged from celestial silver, a slender staff, shimmering in the moonlight. It too is adorned with some intricate lunar carvings. Your hands grip the cool metal. Your eyes gaze up and down the staff. At its tip, a deep blue crystal that has been carved in the shape of a waxing moon. Taking it from your mother's hands, you're surprised how you almost feel an immediate bond to it overall. As the pole suddenly begins to warm within your hands.
Cool.
This holy relic is the Crescent Moon Staff. It has helped many members of your family to help them find their way. And now it's here to guide you. Raina, please add the Crescent Moon Staff as a mace.
Love it. Rune will immediately start batoning it, sort of like, like this. Whoa! Look at me go! Look, I'm so good. She's trying her best to look super cool with it.
Go ahead and make a performance check for me.
Woo! All right.
Just roll, baby.
Oh
Yes, roll the
boy!
campaign.
boy. Well,
It's got to be higher.
One.
10.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
nice average.
You've done well with it so far. It's the couple twirls that you've let off has given a radiant sparkle to it. But again, your mother just smiles, more happy to see you enjoying the gift.
So what any cool things I can do with this other than, like what's obvious?
Well, if you focus intently on both the staff as well as our teachings, you too will allow the Sleeping Beauty to release her magic through you.
Oh, I'll try it. Maybe do you want me to try it right now, or maybe I should do it a little bit later?
That's completely up to you, my dear.
Maybe I'll keep it between me and Sleeping Beauty.
That sounds like a good plan to me then, my dear.
Did you say that my brother is nearby?
He's found himself somewhere at this point. As your mother continues to smile towards you. The moon is almost at its peak. We'll pack up. You go find your brother.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mom.
You're very welcome, my dear. As she gives you a long embrace.
Hey, wait. Before I go, can you do a reading on me?
A reading on you? Of course
Yeah.
I can.
Okay.
She reaches for a small satchel, directly attached to a belt loop. And as she pours it out into her hand, you once again see the familiar polished stones. As she shakes them in her hand for a moment, letting them fall to the ground, the two of you crouch down as you've done many, many times. Good fortune and favor seem to be your way, Rune. Continue to follow your path, and the riches, spiritual riches, will follow along with you, giving you guidance and protection.
You're doing so good at that, Mom. I mean, I knew I could see that from the reading, obviously, myself too, but you're doing so good at knowing what it all means and telling me what it means.
You'll learn one day, my dear. Just as potentially your role as one of the lunar oracles.
Yeah. Well, that's way later, right? Like that's way after I go to Avalon, right?
Well, we'll see what the high priestesses have to say.
Okay. I'm gonna go find my brother.
Don't be too long, my dear.
Oh, I won't.
Not far from off, from Rune and her mother, three voices are heard debating. As three Myconids younglings stand in front of a large sequoia tree. Rudy, Shrubbert, and the youngest, Bulbo. They argue at the scene in front of them. Rudy speaks up first. There's no way he's gonna do it. Shrubbert stares confidently. But he's got those log human arbs. Bulbo with a side of confidence, an almost cocky grin. Yeah, he's more forest than people, though. He cups his hands around his mouth. Keep going! You got this! 20 feet above them, desperately trying to scale the thick trunk of the sequoia, A young adolescent pushes on with a stern look of determination on his face. Bobby, please introduce and describe your character.
You see climbing up the tree a fairly large Eladrin, 6 feet tall in stature, sporting the same white hair as his twin, Rune. Also wearing very similar kind of Nordic-inspired clothing. Clearly a bit more rough around the edges than his sister. Berrick, I should say, looks back at his shroomish friends. This is going to be easy. Who's got bets on me? Come on. And he continues to scale.
Rudy yells up,
Just remember our deal.
Oh shit, I forgot. What was the deal again?
As you continue to climb, you consider if this was a good idea or not. I mean, they did promise to teach you more of their forest magic, and that one spell Druidcraft has been pretty fun so far. Then again, the top of the tree is high stakes for a spell. As you continue to climb, the darkness envelops you, making it difficult to see through the thick branches of the sequoia. Bobby, go ahead and make a nature check for me.
Here we go. This is going to be the luck for the rest of my campaign.
If you get that one you asked for earlier.
Ooh. That is an 18 plus 1, 19.
A 19. Very good. A strong wind blows, shifting some of the branches you climb. As if the tree has heard your mental concerns, the leaves begin to part like curtains, revealing the perfect route up. It takes you more than a brief moment, but eventually you make it to the top. You find footing on a branch that allows you to see well beyond the canopy. Peering out, you see the vast stretches of land sprawled out in front of you. You think of all the possibilities that this world has to offer. The expanse seems alive, just brimming with adventure, just for you to reach out for. Your heart flutters in your chest as you take it all in. And just in that moment, a strong gust of wind sweeps through the valley, causing the stone hoops atop the storm-ring peaks to give off their familiar harmonic hum. All seems both alive and at peace, all in one moment. As you begin to look around, something catches your eye. Closer to the trunk's tip, you notice a branch unlike any other. This single branch looks like it's died off many years ago and is now an ashen white. All of the bark seems to have blown off during storms or winds or snow, making it almost shine in the moonlight.
I will attempt to remove it.
Okay. As you reach down, you begin to wiggle it slightly and feel there's some give there. Go ahead and make an athletic check at advantage for me.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. That is it's my athletics plus 1. 15.
With a 15, you continue to rock it back and forth, putting all of your weight into it. Finally, a successful snap is heard. However, that was your anchor to the tree. I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, that was outside the... It's a nat 1.
Okay, well, first death of the campaign.
One.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't have had it any other way, you know?
Now we know the loser of the campaign. Thank
Yep.
you for biting the dice for that.
Oh, yeah.
Someone had to. I'm just glad it wasn't me.
All this time off, you still didn't get better at D&D, Bobby. Come on.
Should have rolled Dave's dice.
Yeah.
Shoulda, coulda, didn't. As you continue to rock back and forth, hearing the snap, you lose your footing immediately as you begin to fall down through the tree canopy. You feel...
Yo, check it out. I found this really...
You feel yourself falling as the wind rushes past you, feeling the branches give you scrapes and bumps and bruises as you continue to fall. What are you doing, Berrick?
He's just calling out as he's like sort of reaching left and right. Catch me, Bulbo! Catch me!
As you scream out to your friends below, clearly they hear the cries, and as they do, they begin to gather in a semicircle as they sway back and forth, just like leaves of grass within the wind. And as they do and start to chant their incantations, you suddenly feel yourself starting to slow as some of the tree branches now begin to push together, creating small nests of leaves underneath you. You still pass through rather quickly, but the further you fall, the more it starts to slow, until you almost reach the final branches at the lower end of the tree, which cradle you like a large net. As you feel yourself stop, the leaves start to give way and part once again, as you're able to find your footing back down on the ground proper. As your feet hit the forest floor once more, the Myconid gather around you in praise, all shouting excitedly, "You're the best, Berrick!" "Yeah, you're all right." "And
All right.
a deal's a deal. Now, what should I teach you? Oh, here, give me that stick." As he puts his hand out, looking for the large stick that you just pulled from the tree.
All right, no tricks.
"It's fine, I'll give it back."
Hand it over.
As Rudy takes the torn branch within his hands, he closes his eyes and begins to concentrate. To connect with the forest magic, you gotta focus. Feel yourself let go. Imagine your feet planted deep into the ground like roots, and keep burrowing them down until you feel like a warm spot, like it's been touched by the stars themselves. You'll know what I mean when you feel it. And then wrap your roots around that spot and pull the warmth up through your trunk into your branches until... Just like that, the branch he holds begins to glow. Rudy opens his eyes with a wide smile. "There you go! Shillelagh! Now you try."
All right, yeah. I got this. He takes the staff in his hand. And then immediately he sees a bee and sort of gets off track. Just starts watching. Well, check it out. Oh, yeah.
You gotta focus, Berrick.
And he
if you
sort of
wanna
digs
do the
his
forest
feet
magics.
into the dirt below him. And we'll cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. Shillelagh or Shillelagh?
I don't know.
It's Shillelagh.
I like Shillelagh.
I like
Add
Shillelagh.
your own flavor.
Shillelagh. Yeah, I'm down with it.
Hand gestures to go along with it. Maybe also a hip hop.
Oh,
Exactly.
While I'm sitting in
Little
it.
pop out.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Oh, wow. You're right. You know what it feels like? It's actually like when you're in a lake and you're like swimming around, right? And you have to pee, but you don't want to get out. And so let it happen. It feels a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy looks back to his friends. People are weird.
Weird and brave.
The Myconid smile and laugh at the sight of the branch now vibrantly glowing within your hands. The branch immediately stops as the Myconid seem to turn as something else draws their attention off in the distance. As you turn to face the direction, you suddenly hear the voice of your sister calling off in the distance. "That sounds like our cue. Cool hanging out with you tonight, Berrick. Catch you next time."
All right. See you later, shroom dudes.
Shrubbert pats you on the back. You're a wild one. As Bulbo runs up and gives your legs a hug. More forest than people. As he gives another smile. As the three turn and disappear into the dark forest night. Just as your sister begins to arrive at the clearing.
I'd like to reach down and look like I'm tying my shoe, but really I'm gathering a mud ball in my hand.
Well, I would like to say that Rune would be already preparing something. So she's going to cast thaumaturgy to sort of have a like a gust of wind blow from the other direction to try and convince Berrick that's the way that she's coming from.
This is not only like brother-sister vibes, but like I will turn this fucking car around vibes.
All right, in that case, Rune, go ahead and make a deception check for me. Berrick, you can go ahead and make an opposing insight check for me.
Ooh, you're fucked.
Oh, I don't know, because I rolled really high.
17 plus 2 is 19 for me.
Oh, 17 plus 3, bitches!
Oh, you This game is fucking rigged. Campaign.
Oh, so glad I took proficiency in deception.
Doesn't bode well.
Okay. Well, so sorry, it's your turn, Dave. I just got excited.
Now
By all means, describe what Berrick sees.
So Berrick, you hear like a gust of wind and sort of like a twig snap from the other direction, from which you thought it was coming.
Okay, so Berrick, having gathered a nice pile of mud in his hand, smiles, a little smirk, as he shoots in that direction and chucks the mud into the bushes.
Great. While this
Gotcha,
is happening,
fucko.
while that's happening, Rune is going to be sneaking up behind him. The attempt is going to be to wet willy him.
Okay, well, make a stealth check with advantage.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay, so what's my stealth? Well, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Pretty good.
The dice gods need this to happen.
Yeah, apparently. Berrick is quite proud.
Like we're on your side when it comes to Bobby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your own like magic, fuck you, but Bobby.
Yeah.
Berrick, you seem relatively confident in where you've thrown the mud ball, thinking that you've hit directly, albeit Rune seems to be creeping up from the other side. As soon as you yell out, "Gotcha, fucko," you feel a slobbering, wet mess within your ear.
He shoots back, not realizing that it was her, maybe thinking that like a spider or a slug is crawling in his ear. And he starts running into the woods, deeper into the woods.
All right. Rune, you watch as your brother takes off running, immediately remembering that your mother specifically sent you on the mission to go collect your brother for the end of the night before you head home.
Yeah, she'll try and grab onto a piece of clothing and be like, Bear, it's me! It's me!
I hate you so much.
No, you don't.
How do you even do that?
Well, because I've been practicing with Mom and I'm getting stronger. And wasn't that cool? Aren't you proud of me?
Oh yeah, you guys were talking to the moon lady. Getting all spiritual.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was trying my best, okay? It's
You're bullshitting.
coming. No, I'm not. I can do it, okay?
Sure you can.
Okay,
Anyway,
yeah.
what do you
Well,
want?
if you're so talented, you can't do that. Can you do what I just did?
What? Give you a wet willy? And he'll shove his finger in her ear.
Gross! Okay.
yourself up.
Okay, all right. You're disgusting. All right. Mom wanted me to come get you.
All right, fun's over. Well, let's head on back. And he pushes her from the side and starts jogging like where his mom was.
Wait, Bear, what? Who are you just talking to?
Nobody.
As the two make their way back to their mother and eventually back to the village proper, the night passes by with virtually no surprises. Nothing unfamiliar in the small town or small village of Startier. The next morning. Oh, why did I lose my notes? Where did my notes go? As the sun breaks.
You don't need him. You're a master DM. Go.
Sure, fair enough.
Just make it up.
I'm just gonna. That's generally what I do. As the sun breaks, the sound of a rooster bellows out through the village. And through a tiny farmhouse window, the sun catches the face of a small young woman. The sun rays tickle her button nose awake. Jess, please introduce and describe your character for us.
Okay. My character's name is Minnie. She is a halfling, and even though she's, I guess, shorter, somehow she looks a little bit taller because she's so lanky. She has like these big round eyes, this sweet little button nose with freckles all over, flushed kind of apple cheeks. But other than that, that's where the cuteness stops. She's very chaotic and very unkempt. So she has these messy sort of pigtails and waves that I doubt she's brushed her hair. And she's dressed mainly in what's clean, but usually black because she gets it dirty and gets yelled at less if she's in darker colors.
Fair enough.
She's figured it out.
As the most unwelcome sun moves its way up to your eyes, a sense of dread suddenly washes over you, as you know exactly what is about to happen. Your bedroom door crashes open. "Rise and shine, my little egg!" The sound of your father's voice fills the entire room. "Up and at 'em, Minnie! The early bird gets the worm! Carpe diem! Time to seize the day!" He walks over to your window and pulls the curtains open wide.
Oh, she like burrows underneath the covers and she's prepared to hold them down there.
As you attempt to hold it down, your father walks over, pulling the quilts down below your face. "Come now, egg. Today's a very special day. Do you know why?"
Why?
"It's the first tomato harvest of the year. How could you not be excited for this?"
Oh my god.
That's exactly
Just
what I thought.
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes? Tomatoes never wait, my
10
dear.
more minutes.
Get yourself
Please.
dressed, have some
No.
breakfast, and I'll meet you. I'll meet you outside in the cool dirt. Get it? Because it's cool from the night before. Yeah, exactly. You're a lucky, lucky girl, as he turns and leaves your room, closing the door behind him.
I go back to sleep.
You attempt to go back to sleep, but begin to hear the scurrying of little feet from underneath your bed. Not a moment later, a tiny snout peeks out from underneath. Jeremy, the tiny pig, squirms his way out from under your bed and immediately puts his hooves against the bed. He lets out tiny squeals as he gives his best effort and tiny hops to join you on the bed.
Jeremy, shh, you're gonna get caught again. You know I'm not supposed to have you in here.
He continues to oink and whine a little bit, continuing, giving you big, large eyes as he continues to jump up the best he can.
Okay. We have to get you outside with our secret way, though. Are you ready?
Huh?
Can I pull a rope out from under the bed, and I want to tie him in like a little bow, and I'm going to attempt to lower him out the window.
Okay. As you've done many times before, you find a very large ribbon, one that you've used with your hair, with some of your attire from time to time, as you wrap it around the tiny little pig. Opening up your window, you slowly begin to lower it down. He looks up with you, very sad, already missing his friend.
I'll see you soon. I'll meet you by the hole.
Oink, 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 oink.
Okay. And I drop the rope or the ribbon.
Jeremy continues to fall down the 18 stories because you
Oh,
live in an
no.
apartment. I'm kidding. He's fine. It's fine. There's only one story.
Jeremy has plot armor, Dave.
He's already got the plot armor. I get it. As you
Kill
let
the main
go,
character in episode 1.
I know, right? As you let go of the ribbon and watch him kind of scurry away a little bit, knowing full well that he's going to be headed back to your favorite hole, you hear your father call out again. Come on, Minnie! Gathering stone rolls, no mass. Or was that the right one? Hurry up!
I'm coming. Oh my god. And she just like picks whatever seems to be clean up off the floor. And she'll kind of like not washing her face, no brushing of the hair. She'll just slouch down the stairs dramatically slowly, like she's playing it up.
Okay, fair enough. As you continue to make your way down the stairs, you head into a small kitchen where your mother Penelope has already laid out a large and hearty breakfast. Breads and cheeses, fruits and nuts, a large pot of porridge, a bowl of fresh mushrooms and salted hard-boiled eggs, and of course a large plate of bacon and fried sausage. It's a good thing that Jeremy didn't necessarily see this part. Good morning, my dear. How did you sleep? Did you sleep well? Is the new quilt too soft for you? How's your bowel movements?
Fine, Mom. Everything's great.
You're still regular?
Yes, Mom. They're still regular.
Listen, I'm your mother. I can be worried about my daughter's if she's regular or not. So put me on trial. Here, have some porridge, as she pours you a bowl.
Oh, she sits down kind of like a little exasperated. And she just like rubs her eyes, still waking up. And then she'll eat the porridge. She'll start to eat the porridge. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. By the way, I just wanted to let you know, I heard some oinking coming from your room last night.
She'll like hesitate with the porridge almost in her mouth. I don't. You keep talking about this oinking. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm snoring.
Do you think I'm stupid, Minnie? I've seen you. I've seen you outside. He's tiny. He's cute. He's adorable. I get it. Just don't let your father find out. They'll be hell to pay.
She'll kind of give a little bit of a grateful smile. She'll be like, "Thanks, Mom."
You're welcome. Now eat up.
He just gets so lonely.
Minnie, he's a pig. Pigs don't get lonely.
Pigs have feelings too.
I'm not going to have this argument with you again, my dear. Listen, the chickens need to be fed. The onion needs another layer of topsoil, and you know how excited your father gets on Tomato Day.
I know. I don't get it. Tomatoes are like the worst fruit.
I know. It's not your cup of tea. I get it. But you're going to have to learn this stuff, Minnie. One day the farm will be yours, and you'll have an entire village to provide for. Alderman Faust and the council make the rules, but we all know your father's the most important person in the entire village. That will be your responsibility someday.
But Mom, what if I don't want to do anything on the farm? It's so boring. You have to feed chickens like every day.
You do, yes. You have to feed the chickens, the sheep, the horses, everything.
Can't somebody else feed the chickens?
Honey, you'll learn one day that this is your responsibility. It's your lineage. I know it might not seem the most fun, but it gives you purpose.
I don't want purpose. I just want adventure and to sleep in.
Well, I don't think you can do the two things themselves. Sleeping in, I can't help you with. Adventure, on the other hand, well, your father's got a whole patch of adventure just waiting for you outside right now.
Okay, Mom. I'm going.
That's my girl. As she takes the bowl.
Oh.
As she takes your plate and bowl and walks over to the rinsing area.
Before I leave, I'll just kind of like tilt my head underneath her just to wait for a kiss on the head. And then she'll leave.
Okay. You feel a small kiss from your mother as she continues to watch you make your way out the doorway. As you find yourself outside in front of the large barn, your father's already there waiting for you. Ah, little egg, I knew you couldn't wait either. It's going to be a wonderful day. We've got an entire field of tomatoes to go through.
So how long do you think an entire field is going to take? Realistically, if I go fast. Like if I'm a fast learner?
If you're fast, I mean, I can't see it taking more than, I don't know, 16 hours.
Holy shit!
Hey, watch your tone, young lady.
Sorry, but 16 hours?
You have to embrace...
Sleep for 16 hours.
You have to embrace the tomato, Minnie. Here, come with me. And he begins to lead you out into the field.
All right.
As he wraps his hand around one of the large beef eaters, he says, come take a look at this.
Okay.
Do you not see the beauty of the creation that the fairy godmother has given to us in these lands? Do you think there's anywhere else where you could get the perfect, round, beautiful skin of this tomato?
I mean, I guess it's a nice tomato, but don't you ever want to see other lands?
But we have the best tomatoes here.
But maybe there's more to life than just tomatoes, Dad.
Well, I'd be surprised if that was the case. I mean, look at the grand majesty of it as he kind of begins to survey the entire field. Rows and rows of beautiful, small, beautiful fruits. Put them in sauces, put them in salads. You can eat them raw. He continues to look out and continue to kind of mutter onward about tomatoes. As he does, completely lost in the moment, you hear the small oinks of your friend Jeremy. Oink, oink. As he kind of motions his head over to the side.
take a look at Jeremy and like also kind of keep an eye on my dad to make sure he's still distracted by his own tomato voice.
He has not stopped going on and on about the majesty of tomatoes.
Okay. Is there like a scarecrow nearby or something that I could just like put beside him?
They're not too far from the barn, actually just propped up beside it. You do see a scarecrow. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, Minnie.
Okay.
Distraction scarecrow.
Distraction scarecrow. Stealth check. That is going to be... It's a 21.
A 21. With ease, you quickly tiptoe away, not causing even a disturbance within the dirt, let alone a sound. As you make your way over to the scarecrow, you actually find directly beside it what looks to be a black robe. Clearly meant for farming out in some of the more dastardly rain weathers.
Perfect. Jeremy, he won't even know. She'll put the black robe on it, and I'm going to see if I can maybe give it some pigtails. Like I'll rip off a piece of straw and then wrap it around, and then I'll take the robed pigtailed scarecrow back, and then I'll just plant it beside him and wait a little, and then I'll leave.
Okay. In that case, do me a favor. As you dress up the scarecrow, go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Okay. 13.
13. As you bring the mock Minnie up towards your father, planting it quickly into the ground, you watch for a moment as he turns his head for a moment, just ever so slightly, just to be able to catch the scarecrow out of the corner of his eye. Are you catching all this, Minnie?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, all right.
Salad, sauces, yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, good. I'm glad you're finally paying attention to this stuff. Now, let's talk about seeds. He continues to go on and on as you and Jeremy are able to slip away into the morning sun.
Sick.
Not far from the farmhouse, a large courtyard resides relatively close to the center of town. However, this courtyard is a bit different than those that you've seen before. Not covered in vines and flower beds and plants of different sizes. No, this courtyard has a very distinct and specific purpose. Inside, a number of racks filled with various weapons and different kinds of training armories. A number of dummies set up in and around, some for hand-to-hand combat, while others are there specifically for ranged exercises. And in the midst of the morning sun, two individuals stand poised, both with training sword in hand. The first being a vibrant yet strong female lioness wild, and directly across from her, her pupil. Beck, would you please introduce and describe your character for us?
Quite small in stature in comparison to her ma. You see this small little fox, thin arms, lugging this giant sword, but pure determination in her face. Her golden eyes flare up, a small snarl in her snout, and her ears flip back, covered in gold rims, little protective shields over the edges of them. Clearly, she is prepared for battle. She sweats through her shirt. Again!
And what is this young foxling's name?
Veya Ward.
As your mother stares down towards you as you call out in front of her, she positions her sword once more. Your anger gets the best of you, my dear.
It helps me hit harder. And that's important. If I don't hit hard enough, I'll never be able to take the other down. You have so much strength. It helps me. You know that.
Strength is not all a warrior needs. Now,
But it helps.
it can, in the right circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she straightens herself up once more, holding her sword in a ready defensive position. Again.
And you see Veya sharpen up, squaring her shoulders to face her mother. And then with a full body motion, lifting that sword up and a big momentum, sweeping it around, not really quite able to take it as an overhead swing and instead going low for the ankles.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Yep.
Nat one. Nat one.
Don't wish that upon me. How dare. It's not great. It is a 9.
A 9. As you try and sweep out her legs, she's easily able to sidestep around you. You take in not only the grace, but the poise and stature, the discipline in her movements. As she simply twirls around you, you feel the back end and the blunt ends of the sword hilts hit you slightly on the back of your head, pushing you forward. You fall tumbling forward a bit.
You're just playing with me now.
There is nothing fun about training, Veya.
Right. I'm sorry.
Now, do you know why you didn't hit me?
Because I was slow?
Not necessarily. You tried to use all of your strength.
Right. That is I was supposed to do. Because if I use all my strength, then I can hit faster and harder, which makes it a better attack.
Did I use any of my strength?
No?
Right. I used grace. That is an important element of any type of combat. Again.
Fine. And Veya will compose herself once again, trying to position her feet a little bit more delicately, one in front of the other, paying attention now more to her mother's feet and where they go.
Go ahead and make another attack roll for me.
It's a 10.
Nat
It's
20.
slightly better. You can't just... I don't think your chanting is helping me. As it turns out, no points of inspiration were awarded.
Trying to focus on her feet this time, you judge where she'll be stepping, or at least try to imagine where she might go. As you thrust your sword forward once again she twirls and spins out of the way like a ballerina's grace, mixed with the true strength and confidence of a warrior. You're trying too hard, Veya. Let that be your second lesson.
You just see her eye twitch a little bit. I'm supposed to try hard, though. What am I... What? You see her break just a little bit as she's trying to figure out, like, the right balance of trying really hard, but not too hard, and grace, and lugging around this giant sword, and being strong, but not too strong, and...
Calm your emotions, my dear. Battles are not fought with your hands and feet first.
It helps to have them, though.
They are the outcome. Battles are fought in the mind first. Now relax. Take a deep breath.
You just see her with her full body breathing in, literally as if it were just a test of itself of just how much air she could take into her small body, ballooning out, filling out her lungs as best she can.
Good. Now once more.
And you see her face just hone in, those eyes narrow. Bobby, you should have said it this time. It was a nat 20.
Nat 20.
It was just delayed from the last one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get there.
Finding you're focused. Focusing in on all of the lessons that your mother has taught you. You close your eyes for a moment, composing yourself. Focusing and imagining the strike. You connect your mind and your body all at once. And with neck break speeds, faster than you've ever gone before, stronger than you ever have before, you find your mother's blade. You look up towards her as she smiles down upon you. She puts her hand on your shoulder. You've done very well, Veya. Very well.
Thank you.
The two of you spend a bit of a moment together before you notice two individuals making their way through the outer courtyard gates. You've seen these individuals before, some of the other town guard that report into your mother. Captain Ward. She immediately changes her demeanor, once again becoming much more serious, falling into her role as the captain, as she lets her arm off of your shoulder and turns attention towards the guards.
Veya immediately sits up straight, kind of putting on airs in front of this group.
We've had a bit of an issue last night at Huff and Puff. Seems the McConnell boys are having problems domestically again. We've locked the two up, but I think it best that a word from the captain to remind them of the civility of this town might be the best bet.
The Huff and Puff, is everyone okay?
Your mother gives you a very sharp glance.
Al works there.
Yes. Well, I'll join you shortly. Let us put our things away. Veya,
Can I go?
clear up
Please.
the courtyard.
No, I'll,
Your father will be waiting for you inside.
but
Here, she hands you her sword before turning and making her way out the courtyard gates with the other guards.
yes, Captain.
As you continue to clean up the courtyard, just as you're about to finish, I need you to go ahead and make a perception check for me.
5. I'm pouting. You can kind of see her duck. Is it? No, it's Goose. It's Goose stomping around, like kicking up a small storm, taking all of her anger out on a tiny pebble in the grass. She even lifts up her sword and smashes it into the ground a little bit, not clearly paying attention to anything around her.
As you kind of thrash about cleaning up the items within the courtyard, you don't note the massive individual sneaking up from behind you. Immediately, you feel yourself picked up in a strong grip.
Ah! What? Put me down! You hear her just yell out frantically, her red tail swishing about furiously.
You immediately feel the soft mane of your father directly on the nape of your neck.
No!
You did fantastic, Veya! Did you see it? Oh, I wish you could have seen yourself. You finally bested her. You bested her all on your own.
You did see that?
Of course I saw it.
You see, I went low with it,
You
and I
were
tried to
so
trick her
low.
with my eyes, and I looked one way.
She
and one
didn't see
left
it coming.
Right?
Oh,
I only got it once, though, and then the other ones. But I did get it.
You did. And you'll get more. I'm so proud of you, Veya. As he puts you down, putting his hands on your shoulder as he leans down, crouching down to make eye contact with you. To watch you have grown so. I remember when you were just a tiny cub. Your tiny little hands could barely wrap around my finger. And now your hands, grown and wrapped around the hilt of your first training blade, brings me joy and sadness to watch my little girl grow up so quickly. I remember the day you came
before you
out.
get real weepy, since I'm
my baby girl. Oh,
there's not outside.
You're right. You're right. Oh.
But since you brought it up, since I've been doing better and growing, maybe I could graduate from my training blade? You know, I've been practicing. I practice every day, multiple times a day, and I also go through all of my poses and key moves before bed. You know I'm ready for this.
You've worked very hard, Veya.
Right.
That I will admit.
So, I've earned it.
Not yet, my dear. Soon. You're almost there, Veya. But the fact that you wish for it so much, it is a responsibility, not a right. It is a tool, not a gift. Keep faith, young one. I promise you'll earn it one day. But like all good things, it must come in time.
Fine.
Now,
Can I at least get my favorite dessert tonight?
what am I, a monster? Of course you can!
Good, but you have to
Meat
make
pudding
sure that
for
you let the
all.
crust get flaky, the little, because you always let it come out early and then the crust is soft in the middle and it's not as good.
I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
How about we make it together?
How about we make it together if you help me clean up the yard?
Smart as strong as she is. All right, let's get this yard cleaned up then.
And now with amazing speed and pep in her step, her chin a little bit higher as well, you see Veya kind of dash across this courtyard, picking up the different target practice, pullings, and weapons that her mother had laid strewn about just to drag them in, giving them to her father so that he can drag them the rest of the way.
Fair enough, fair enough. As the two clean up the rest of the courtyard, eventually making their way back inside for a nice after-training shake. Meanwhile, not too far from there, a once small abode, now much, much larger, cobbled together with makeshift items to continue to expanding the small hovel, making it one of the larger properties in all of Startier. Inside, the sound of many voices calling out, laughing, yelling, pots smashing, and many other typical noises with a family this size. The sounds ring out from all areas of the house, which awakens our next friend. Still in slumber, but very quickly awakening. Dag, if you'll please go ahead and introduce and describe your character for us.
So a rather tall and gangly figure, his feet kind of hanging off the edges of a very hand-me-down wooden bed is this very, very large horse person with the head, neck and shoulders of a horse and the lower body of basically a humanoid wild creature. He gets up and stretches his arms, the length of his arms, of course, having quite a large span, accidentally nearly knocking a lamp from a nearby table as he goes, Jesus, all right, just... and he stands up as he fumbles, his legs getting sort of caught on the end of a, like kind of just the spreadsheet that he's been, like sort of laying and wrapping himself in. As he stands, his head kind of nearly hits the roof. He places a hand on it as he pulls himself off and takes a few deep breaths. All right. Okay. I just need to grab me pants.
And
at this
what
point
is his name?
This very, very tall and very clumsy individual is none other than Keelan Windchaser.
As Keelan stands nearly knocking himself out from the top of the roof, he begins to eye around the room. You can see through the number of beds from the many brothers and sisters and nephews and nieces that all reside within the household. The room is very much a mess. And it's going to be a bit of a task to try and find your pants. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
All right. Here we go. I've got this in the bag. I get 4.
Nat 1.
I was almost a natural 1, damn it.
As you begin to look around the room, trying to find your pants, throwing multiple items of clothing around. Not this shirt, no, a pair of overalls.
Nope, that's not it.
Why is there a miner's helmet in here? There's an absolute plethora, a cornucopia of different items strewn across the room.
God, Matherson.
As you continue to look around, you hear the door open as 2 of your family members walk in, both arguing, your brother and your sister. The 2 of them are going back and forth, and as you listen in closely, you can hear they're now arguing over who Lodge Leader Thunderborn will invite to the Evergreen Watch first.
His ears kind of do this, like kind of the vibrating thing that horses do when they're like paying attention. He's trying very hard to not like seem like he's listening. But at this point, he's just picking up and putting down the same, like it's basically like a lace shirt that belongs to his sister, just up and down over and over again, as he's just trying really hard to not listen.
Okay, as you do so, your sister eventually turns over to you and sees that you're playing with this lace shirt of hers. Oi, what are you doing with my shirt there?
What? I throw it over my shoulder. Just some laundry. What? None of your business. Sorry, you were saying Elder Thunderborn is looking for a new watchman.
Oh, that's right. He's looking for another watchman. Now, as we all know, it's not a position that opens regularly, but I'm sure I'm the prime candidate. I always follow him best in his lead in all of our mountain expeditions. Your sister speaks up then. Yes, but doesn't mean you do everything right all the time, Matheson. That's not true at all, and he knows that. I'm good at what I do. I should be the leader.
Well, I mean, just saying, maybe, he's looking for something that, something a little different, something, just, maybe, about the same, shape and size as, I don't know, someone like myself.
Both immediately burst out into laughter. Keelan, you've never even been up the mountain with us.
There's more to life than going up the mountain and coming back with necessary resources for the town. There are other things too. I look after the cows and the pigs and the goats and the wee ones. A watchman has to be good with the people, and I'm pretty good with children.
Well, the watchmen also have to be good with a blade, with a bow, someone who can protect. You think you can just roam around in the wilds while you take care of pigs and horses at the same time?
Well, I'm pretty quick, and maybe, not everything needs to be solved with violence. Maybe you don't need to, go around stabbing and shooting things. Maybe, just, a gentle shove.
Yes, you're right, Keelan. You're absolutely right. Warrior deliverers from the Red and Green War. Yes, they don't require any kind of training or violence, as they say. Absolutely right, Keelan. You know exactly what you're talking about. You know what? In fact, I think Thunderborn is definitely going to be knocking on your door very soon. Your sister interjects. All right, Matheson, just lay off a little bit. That's a little bit too much.
Well, I just, you know what? You better have left me something for breakfast, or otherwise, there'll be hell to pay. And I'm going to pretend like I've picked up, like, a bunch of, like, the clothes that I was doing the laundry for. And then I, like, storm out of the room. But you clearly see at this point that Keelan's still in his pajamas. As he's picked up, the only thing he's left in the room, as far as clothes goes, is his pair of pants, which is just slightly tucked underneath his bed.
Okay, fair enough. As the two begin to walk outside of the room, your sister still scolding Matheson. You took it too far, Matheson. You gotta be easy on him. He's the smallest of us all. As they leave the room. As you take a moment to finally find your footing, specifically inside of your pants, you eventually make your way out into the common room. As you do, you take note of once again your nieces and nephews still sitting at the table, looked after by your grandmother. Your grandfather sits at the end of the table, smoking his pipe quietly. He raises a mug and smiles and gives a little bit of a nod as you enter into the room. As you join them at the table, your mother quickly whisks herself over and pats you on the back. Good morning to you, lads. Here, I put a plate together for you. Here you go. We saved you some orange juice. I know you were a little upset about that yesterday.
Thanks, Ma. I've also put a load of washing on as well, and I'm gonna kiss her on the cheek as she puts breakfast down.
Oh, my youngest has always been my favorite. Don't tell the others. As she gives you a wink.
I smile as I begin to shovel food at my into my gob. I look over at one of my young nephews, Logan, who's kind of like this furry wolf wild in the lap of my grandmother Shay, who's kind of like this big sort of like Highland bull. I start making faces at him, I start chewing my food and just being like.
As you do, he mimics you the same way and starts making silly faces towards you. Your grandmother takes notice of this. Keelan, not now. Not at the table.
I was just having a bit of fun, Gran.
Of course you were. Your mother now quickly returning to the table with more plates of food for the rest. So, Keelan, you must be very excited for today. Your big delivery today.
Oh, I am. I'm actually really excited. I can't wait. It's the first real job that I've had since tending for the livestock and stuff. So I'm ready to go. I promise, and I won't let you down.
I absolutely believe you, young one, and I'm sure you're excited to see all of your friends as well. By the way, just out of curiosity, did Scratch mention anything about how much he would be paying for your services?
Oh, no, Al is the one who told me about the whole thing, so, I don't know exactly what it is, but, I think nonetheless, it'll be enough, Al's always done me right, and, he'll look after me for sure. And worst case scenario, Minnie's dad says it's the turnip harvest today, so you can always find some extra work running about on the farm there for her.
Very true, very true. Well, I'm sure you'll be meeting with your friends shortly down at your mighty oak, as you call it. Now, just a reminder before you leave, the flock needs tending, and we need to drive in a few of the new fence posts around the gates.
All right, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'll do that right now. I'll quickly just shovel the rest of my food in my mouth. I really want to get to the Huff and Puff, so I can start the day. So, well, the Big Oak first, of course. So I as soon as I get all my food in my mouth, I rush over to the small basin filled with water, with piles and stacks of all these dishes. I'm going to attempt to, if I may, with athletics, try to do as many of these dishes as I can so that my mom doesn't have to.
I would say if you were going to do the dishes, that's most likely. Are you trying to do it as quickly as possible?
Quickly, yeah. I'm trying to do it.
I would say go with acrobatics then.
Okay, I can do that.
Let's see
All
how
right,
well Keelan spins some plates.
17 on my acrobatics.
17. Without much issue whatsoever, you're able to quickly whip through most of the plates that are still remaining.
Right, I gotta go. Thanks, Ma. I kiss her on the cheek. See you, Gran. And I kiss her on the head, and I scruff up my nephews. And, again, before I run out, I'm sort of like walking backwards out the door as I go, and then you watch as Keelan sort of puts on these very big goggles that he's never seen without, and just runs over to one of the sheds, and then like looks to see if he can find his pitching hammer.
Okay. As you look around, once again, you have your pitching hammer exactly where you had left it. As you begin to drive stakes into the ground, tending to the flocks, and continuing to your chores before you head off to the Mighty Oak. And just on the edge of town, right outside, in fact, behind the Huff and Puff Tavern, an individual stands next to a strange fellow, a large, bluish-purplish individual who surprisingly has no legs. All right now, kid. I was looking at you blasting yesterday, and I gotta make sure you know what you're doing before you take someone's head off.
I think I've pretty well figured this out. A couple more lessons maybe at most, but isn't the point to take someone's head off? Maybe I misunderstood.
You're actually right. That makes a lot of sense.
Bring out the manual. You got the manual with you, right?
Oh, yeah, the manual. Yeah, I can check that. Nate, if you'll please go ahead and introduce and describe your character for us.
Hey, guys. So before you see a fairly, I guess you would say, slender sort of figure standing before you, kind of dressed in some strange kind of foreign robes, standing before this, like David said, a legless, ghostly form of a genie. This is Al.
As Al kind of stands back, staring at his genie friend. All right, well, if we're gonna try and take people's heads off, we gotta make sure that we're doing it right. Here, hold on. This is what them humans do. As he waves his hands, 3 targets appear not but 30 yards in front of you. All of them very, very large apples, with humans, tinier, running around on top. I think this is how it's done.
I'm pretty sure. I read something about that in the manual. Yeah, close enough, right? I think I can still hit this stuff. Why don't you just start blasting?
Yeah. Just blast away, see if you can hit them.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. You want me to do an attack roll here?
Go ahead, and you can utilize your Eldritch Blast to try and attempt to hit the targets.
As Al kind of, he feels themselves kind of surge forward. The bracer on their arm almost seems to like channel a forward momentum of an energy as they kind of throw a fist out in order to sort of punch back with its own power. And they're like, oh, that's got a kick to it.
And what does your Eldritch Blast look like?
So at first it's kind of, we're going to say like a bluish kind of purple tone to it, but as it fires, there's almost like a black and gold kind of flare that kind of ends into it, dissipates.
All right, fair enough. Go ahead and make 3 attacks for me.
Perfect. First one being a 23. Second one being a 19. Third one being a 7.
Okay.
Say those first two, I was like, "What's your fucking attack roll?"
I have a +5, so we're doing okay. You can check out my stat sheet on Patreon.
This game is bullshit.
As you let loose your 3 blasts, 2 hitting their targets with incredible accuracy, you watch as the small humanoids seem to disappear in a plume of smoke as each of them connect. The last, directly in the middle, not sure what to do, immediately starts burrowing down into the core of the apple.
Did you make them alive?
I didn't know I wasn't supposed to make them alive. Apples are alive, aren't they?
I just killed 3 people.
No, well, I mean, technically, let's not get into semantics here, okay?
All right, yeah, I'll push that down in the old memory box.
Yeah, just shove it down real
I'll
deep.
cram that down.
Exactly.
Cram
Shove
that
it down
yeah.
real deep so you'll
Okay.
never have
I
to
already
think
forgot what
about
we're
it
even
again.
out here for.
We're not even thinking
You know, who
about
are you?
these kind of things.
Never even seen you before in my life.
I don't know who the
I don't
hell
know
you
those
are
guys.
either.
Yeah.
All right, now that we've got that covered, here's the next thing that I need you to know. Al, this is really important for you to know.
Okay, lay it on me.
Just as he says this, you see him glance over his shoulder and immediately dive back down into your lamp. A moment later, you see Scratch coming around from the other side. Scratch is a very worn wild in the visage of a large white wolf. You see a familiar scar across his eye line, as well as a small chip, almost perpendicular with the scratch itself, or scar itself.
Okay. As Al sees them coming in, they're going to kind of pivot and pick up the lamp, throwing it onto the clasp on their hip and sort of covering it with a bit of their drab.
As you begin to look around, you now notice that the apples as well have suddenly vanished.
They quickly think to themselves, hey, maybe I didn't kill 3 people there. That's kind of cool. Hey, Scott, what's up? Fancy you coming up on me all unannounced, like, back home that would have been an issue, but hey, we're here. Everyone's nice. What's going on?
I'm glad I found you, Al. For 2 reasons. One, I thought I'd let you know I received a letter this morning from the Emerald City. It wants you to know that everything seems to be going well, albeit he's having trouble rallying together people for the cause so far away. Most people aren't interested in the business of Agrabah, and mercenaries are asking for far, far too much coin. But he is hopeful, and that you should remain here with me in Startier for the next little while.
I was kind of getting settled here anyway. It's probably for the best, but you'll let me know if there's any updates, right? You don't know how bad I want to be there, but I can't cause more issues.
I understand. And he did leave an address that we can return a letter to. If you want to write something to him, then I'll be happy to send for it.
Let me think on it. I'll get back to you.
Oh, okay. He kind of stands awkwardly, not really sure what to do in the moment. By the way,
Yeah?
you spoke to your friends about the job, right?
Yeah. I kind of gave him a little bit of a rundown, some more than others. Keelan's very, very excited for this. It means a lot to them. It's safe, right? I don't want to get them hurt.
Oh, you're going to pick something up for me. I can't see why there would be any problems. All right. If they're all in and interested, why don't you go collect your friends? Meet me back here at the Huff and Puff, and we can go over the details from there.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you want to get some of those, them fried things you had last time? The crowd loves those. We'll get some of those gathered up for me.
Yeah, we can do something along those lines. Let's stick to the task at hand first. I'll clean up the bar. It wasn't too bad last night.
Yeah, okay. I'll go see if I can track them down. Usually some are easier to find. Berrick's probably in a tree somewhere if I know them.
Well, that's where they typically go, that mighty oak or whatever the hell you guys call it.
I'll take a look around. Maybe they'll kind of. Anyway, thanks for catching me up, Scratch. I really appreciate it and keeping everything kind of quiet as you have been. You know how important it is.
Yep. I'll got you, my friend. He gives you a harsh pat on the shoulder.
Yeah. Updates from the Emerald City. Yeah.
Yep. Those updates.
Very important trade talks and grain.
Right. All of those things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. You catch your friends. Meet us back at the tavern. We'll have a talk from there.
Yeah. I'll track them down. We'll see you in a bit.
All right. As he turns and makes his way back into the Huff and Puff Tavern. Al, you would know that most of your friends typically gather in about an hour's time around the Mighty Oak to generally start the day, as you've typically done many, many times in the past.
Okay. Yeah, Al's going to start heading towards the oak. As they're kind of moving their way down the road, they're going to start doing little bounds and be like, it said in the manual that I could fly, but it's just not 1, 2, jump, fly. And next thing you know, they kind of find their way to the Mighty Oak.
Okay. And as do the rest of you, as the early morning is now later morning at this point, you eventually all make your way towards the familiar Mighty Oak that you've met at many, many times before. And that's where we're going to take a short rest for the evening. Oh boy, I love where this is going already, baby. This is
We did it!
To the Mighty Oak.
To the Mighty Oak. To all the
That's where this adventure's going.
That's it. And then that's where it will end.
Exactly. So
we gotta start
and
thinking
the
of a
oak
team
falls
name
on
now.
everyone and we die.
Yeah, you gotta start thinking of a team name now. I don't want this to be
Yeah.
campaign 2 again where we don't have a team.
Yeah, you guys come up with the team name this time. It's not on me this time. I've done it for the
Let
last
Cat
2
see if he can
campaigns. I'm
generate
going to
some
leave it
over
up to you
Umbre.
guys. With
One
that said,
uses
folks,
all of our
band.
names.
With that said, folks, we are going to take a short 5-minute rest. Thank you to all who have subscribed, all those of you who have followed. I haven't seen yet, but for those of you who've joined us on Patreon, thank you ever so much. It means so much and helps us push this thing along the road. Anyway, we will be back in, like I said, about 5 minutes time. Stick around. We are going to have some fun. So go get your apple juices. Go get your orange juices. Go get your horse juices.
Berrick? Yeah.
Oh.
No, that wasn't a good one.
Oh, I feel like I'm in danger.
All right, fair enough. And we will be back in a few short moments. Love all your faces. See you real soon.
Bye!
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
No see.
You did something, didn't you? You did it. I know it. I knew it. Well,
I'm innocent.
Well, if you've always
Heart
wondered
Never.
what exactly Bobby says right before we're about to go live, hey, we have Session 0 on our Patreon right now. It's already there. It's ready to go. And I was able to catch it on recording. So, hey, you can find out exactly what kind of shit Bobby says.
Do anything.
It wasn't Bobby, it was Raina, just so you know.
It was not. It was. It's always Bobby.
It's
Awfully
Raina.
defensive.
She hurt my heart.
All right. With that said, let's go ahead and jump back into tonight's episode. The Mighty Oak. Atop a hill overlooking the Starlight Stream, across from the Inkwell's workshop, sits a mighty oak tree in full bloom. And in the center of the trunk, the old carvings of 6 names. You're all very familiar with the tree, as you've been there many, many times before. This tree has been like a hub for your friend group for many years, like a home away from home. How many times each of you have visited this tree is near countless. And once again, the 6 of you return to meet one another once more.
Ah, why am I always the first one here? And you kind of see Veya waiting up at the top of the tree. No, I'm not waving back to you. You just see Veya standing, leaning against the tree, arms crossed, Seeing Rune wave her hands, no reaction change. You just see like a slight narrowing of the eyes as Veya makes eye contact with Rune.
I love
But
this.
the reason you're always here, the reason you're always here first is because you arrive half an hour early every single time we do this.
And that's when you know that you've been here on time. That's the correct time. It's early, or else you're late, obviously.
Is that really how it is?
I don't know. I think whenever you arrive, that's exactly when you're on time.
See, this is why I don't wave to you.
That's why.
As you all begin to
Agree with me.
As you all begin to look around, you still see the branch sitting on the ground, and surprisingly enough, what looks to be a small funeral procession of bees that seem to be walking across the branch towards the tree, the opening to the tree. They seem to be
take my goggles
buzzing
off.
the funeral song. One bee actually takes note of Veya and flies up a little bit before flipping her off with the buzzer and then flying back down to the oak tree.
Real mature.
I mean,
Like, as we're all standing there, Al kind of comes up from behind Keelan and he looks into Keelan and is like, I just saw some crying bees pass me. What did Veya do this time?
I don't even ask. There's a whole thing, and apparently you can eat bees, but not that one.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Thanks. Rune, here you go. And Veya's going to reach into her pocket, and in front of all the other bees, hold out a small
My
dead
God.
bee from her pocket.
No.
That's a day-old bee.
Yeah,
The day bee.
Veya, make an intimidation check for me.
Well, is this to the
Jesus.
bees?
This
Is
is
this
to
the
the bees.
bees or
This
Rune?
is to the bees.
Veya, you're in the tree, right? How high in the tree are you?
It's not great.
She's
'cause
sitting
I
next to where there used to be a hive.
Yeah,
Right, okay, yeah.
right next to their old home. It's an 8.
An 8. Okay. The bees take note of the body of their papa bee now resting
Oh
in
my
your
God.
hand, being offered as sacrifice to another for mere enjoyment. We'll see how this plays out over the campaign.
Snackos.
Ooh.
Come on, Rune.
Those are fighting words.
Well,
Right? Thank you,
Okay.
Minnie. All the rest of us have eaten bees before. You haven't.
all right,
I've never
hear
eaten
me
a bee.
out.
I think
Hear
we've made
me
a
out.
point that only you've eaten bees.
No. Yeah. Eric has.
Never.
Minnie has.
Mhm.
They're just
It
spicy.
wasn't good though, because I
Well,
didn't do
Berrick
that thing where
made
you
a bee
pop
on
the
a
bottom.
dare.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta unplug it, or else then it's kind of spicy in a bad way.
I like it.
Oh yeah, I remember. My tongue was like this.
Yeah. Grew 2 sizes larger. Magic
Mhm,
spell.
mhm, mhm.
You can't trust them. Bees are magic, but this one has been de-magic, so you can eat it. And then here.
Well, Rune, are you gonna
somebody-
eat it?
Yeah, do you have a knife? Maybe then I'll.
Oh yeah,
Keelan,
let's
you
split
haven't
the
either?
bee.
Yeah, we'll split the bee 3 ways.
Look, I haven't
I'm
been
gonna
here
lean
long.
down
Are
to
these
the little.
bees?
I'm gonna kind of lean down to the small procession and just be like, "Sorry for your loss. I'd keep moving if I were you," and just sort of try to use my really long arm to kind of like interpose so that they don't see them defiling the body of the person whose funeral this is.
I call the BS.
I call BS too.
Get them bee booty cheeks. That's me saying it, not Veya. Veya doesn't say booty cheeks.
Yeah, Veya's already on
Veya
thin
would
ice,
never-
okay? Let's be real clear.
That's inappropriate.
Not yet. Character development might see,
That's one day.
That's when we know she's made it.
As who's breaking out the knife?
Yeah, Al will. All right, here you go. Don't lose it. I'm gonna pull it out.
You
and
cut
pass
it.
to
You're
you.
the chef, right? You work at Huff
I
and
don't
Puff.
want to be a part of your murder fest. I don't know.
It's
your people's
already
customs.
dead. I
It's al-
killed it for
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, right. So I get to desecrate. All right, fine. Here, give it to me. Just pass it to me.
Yeah.
I learned a new trick. Okay, now stand back. Al's gonna like
What?
take up his arm.
Eldritch Blast, the dead
I was
bee.
gonna Eldritch Blast.
That's what you're using to slice something.
The surgical precision of an eldritch blast. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Let the man do his job, all right? He might do this perfectly, all right? We don't know this, all right? He might have this in the bag. I believe in you, Al. Go on, give a crack. I'm going to step.
Oh, Al's
right
already
back.
fired it. He's not listening to anyone.
Okay.
Blush
Well,
Sally,
the
thanks
crack
for the raid.
the crack of the eldritch blast sounds like the stampeding of a massive army that seems to cascade across the countryside. Welcome in, raiders.
Hello.
All right,
Hello.
Al, I would say make an attack. You know what? Make an attack roll against the dead bee. I'll give you advantage on the attack roll. Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh, how kind of you.
Yeah, it's not moving, so it's okay.
He's cylindrical. He
Fair
could
enough.
roll if you don't hit it dead on.
It's a 23. We did pretty good here.
A 23. Well, you attempt to blast it into 3 parts. However, you blast it into many more than that. In fact,
Nice.
you blast it into 6. Equally proportioned somehow. 1 slice for each of you.
Wow.
Way to go, Al.
I know it works. See, look, who needs a knife anymore?
It's very impressive, actually.
So,
We
Veya,
looked at Keelan like, I had no idea that would work.
Yes.
well, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm just getting some weird choo-choo off of this bee, and I'm just thinking
Weird what?
it could choo-choo. It's like
I think it's
how
some
I
kind
feel
of
like-
spice.
Like a train.
no, not choo-choo, juju. Like sort of a feeling about it. And for me, if I eat it, it's going to be bad news for the next 7 years of my life. But I think what it's telling me, what I'm getting from the energies of this bee, is that if you eat it, everyone here will benefit.
What the heck are they talking about?
What?
idea.
If it's talking to you, I'll just eat the mouth part and then you won't have a problem.
Oh, it's not talking to me. It's just how I feel about it.
Then just turn those off. No one needs that.
Berrick is gonna walk up and step on Rune's toes in an attempt to get her to yelp, and then chuck the bee into her throat.
Genius.
All right, in that case, Rune, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Alrighty. Well,
First PvP.
First,
Yeah,
you need to campaign.
yeah. That would be a 9.
A 9. As you continue to go back and forth with Veya in terms of giving your divine sensation behind, or your divination sense of the bee behind it, you don't notice as your brother sneaks up from behind you, stomping down harshly on your foot. Rune lets out a small yelp from the pain. Berrick, go ahead and make a ranged attack for me, please.
15. What's a ranged attack gonna be? I don't even know how to roll that.
Follow your heart.
Just add your dex modifier to it.
Follow your heart.
17.
Doesn't roll with your heart.
17.
Ooh.
With pinpoint accuracy, you're able to find the opening of Rune's mouth, but also of one of her nostrils. I'll leave it up to you
No.
which
God.
ones you want to put it in.
Oh.
It's going in the nose.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Putting the small piece of bee onto your hand, you flick it forward as Rune's head leans back. Rune, you feel the small tiny bit of bee now pop directly into your sinuses as it flows back down into your throat, getting stuck there for a
God.
moment.
Ugh.
I can't even make that noise.
Can you
I
taste the
start
juju?
watering.
Yeah, if you didn't, you have to try another piece then.
Yeah, put another piece down their nose.
No, wait, don't worry. Hey, don't worry, I got it. And he's gonna close her mouth and one nostril that doesn't have the bee in it. Or attempt to, at least.
Are the rest of us just watching this sibling bullying going on?
I mean, that's completely up to you guys.
Listen, Rune is gonna try and snot out the bee onto Berrick while he's plugging the clear nostril. Am I understanding the mechanics of this correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're going to be forced to inhale through and then it goes in.
No, she's gonna blow out and try and blow some snot out at Berrick. That's what she's gonna do.
There we go.
All right. Your allergies aren't bothering you that much today, where it doesn't necessarily come out as moist, but the small piece of bee does rocket out back into your hand, Berrick.
Ooh, snot
Thanks
rocket.
for helping,
You're
but you
a
also, I'm not a coward. No, you're a coward. You eat it then, Berrick.
He looks down at the snot covered dead bee.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Pops it off his arm.
Oh, yeah.
And then stands victorious.
For such bravery, Berrick, you are awarded inspiration. Congratulations.
Gross.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
So you guys,
So,
that's pretty cool.
Here, I'll show you. It's not that bad. I'll eat a regular one, kind of eyeing the gross booger one taken. And I will eat one piece of the bee. Easy, tiny, nothing bad happened.
I'll try.
Yeah.
And I eat a piece of the bee.
Wait, weren't you allergic to it before?
Well, that's because I didn't take the bottom off.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This is my girls
That's
all
how
over
allergies
again.
works.
Or any of us will.
I don't know what it's about.
Feels okay for now.
I don't.
All right. Is it okay? Are we establishing that there's a long-going allergy that Minnie has to bees?
Yeah, no, Minnie does not have an allergy to bees. It's fine.
Okay,
No,
good. Because I was gonna say I'll
by
run to
the
her
bees.
house and go get an EpiPen if needed. You know, like.
Well, brand EpiPens.
It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. It's not.
Yeah, fantasy EpiPens.
Yeah. Little picture of Scrump on it, being like,
It's just
may
butter.
cause horse side effects. But yeah,
Butter,
it's just
yeah.
Scrump's oh shit sticks.
So you put it in your mouth. That's the start of the manual.
Rune
right.
will go up to Minnie and take her hands and just say, Minnie, I think you're different now. You're unbelievable.
No, you do not get to do this again. Not in this campaign.
Oh, I get it because she just stayed to be. That's why it was funny. I get it now.
Just an immediate retch
Oh.
comes from Veya.
Oh,
But
that was really good.
So you're saying that she's got like some kind of a power and she's excited and then she realizes the joke you've made and she just like narrows her eyes at you. And
Al's
then
just gonna,
I'm
like-
going. Oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
I got excited. She throws your hands on the ground.
Hey,
Or-
hey, Minnie, listen. You are unbelievable. The power is inside of you.
Oh, because the bee's inside of her as well. Oh, that's the second one right there. Oh,
That's
classic.
absolutely hilarious.
Well, I'm glad you're all having fun at my expense. The bee was good though, Veya.
Thank you.
I feel like the
We've
gods
done it.
left
We've
us.
walked the DM. Okay, so finally.
Now
Quick,
we say all
okay.
the swear words you know.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
So
But-
first of all, we need to start a heist of the magic shop. Get as many magic items as we can while he's missing.
Also,
Okay, let's
we're
go.
gonna destroy
Let's
the
go, people.
bees.
We'll all secretly level up, and then they won't even notice.
Oh shit,
Right.
right. Many things.
Oh yeah. What's up, man?
I got a
You
rogue of
guys
the
don't get
Archmage. What'd you get?
I got instant death.
I don't know
Oh,
enough
I
D&D
hate that one.
items.
All right.
Them are real.
But I mean, I'll go out and say it. I missed you guys. I feel like it's been too long since we've, all been together, at the same time. I mean, we've seen each other around the place, but we don't gather up as much as we used to. When we were
You
wee
almost
ones.
drowned yesterday.
Yeah, that was the thing that happened. But I didn't expect Minnie to show up with a pig and then to have it punted into the water by Rune.
That was actually a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't really. It was more. I was trying to make sure that Jeremy knew what it felt like to fly. It's not my fault that he fell down. Oh God, this is gonna be so
Would you do that
Kneeling
to the
in
rest
protest.
of us? None of us can fly.
Rune,
It's true.
Rune, as you
can
say
know
this,
Rune,
as you
alright?
say this,
she's constantly fucking up. That's what she does.
I am not. I do a lot of things very well.
Didn't you teleport into the middle of the river, then start drowning yourself?
No.
Yeah, you did.
I had to
No.
save you and the pig.
No, that's not what happened. I wanted to go on a piggyback ride while I was in the water, and Berrick was not strong enough to hold me. So, then
It's not at all what it was. I saw a cool snail in the river. I got a little distracted.
You missed out on a lot, Al. I mean, it was yeah, but we weren't all together. Al was working when we were doing that. You remember?
I'll leave you guys alone for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So we're really
Yeah, don't
missing
do
the
that.
most important part. Minnie, is Jeremy okay?
as you
Jeremy's
say
great.
this, you do take note of Jeremy, who seems to be hiding behind Minnie's leg, looking at Rune with a fear of God at this point.
Did you say ruin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what we all call her.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
that's
a
more
Canadian
appropriate.
thing. It's the same as like
No, it is
Right.
not a Canadian
Where
thing.
it says B.
Look at ruin.
All those ancient ruins. Wait, that kind of works. Never mind.
Yeah,
Move on.
it
Yeah,
does.
that doesn't work.
Okay, to clarify, it's rune, like druidic runes.
know your name.
Like that.
Yeah, it's spelt
Sure.
directly underneath you. We got that. Yep.
Okay.
Right now, we're worried about the post PTSD this pig is going through right now. Okay.
Okay, all right, everyone. And Rune will
I
kneel
think
down
you should.
next.
Yeah.
What? What do you think, Keelan?
I was gonna say I think you should sincerely apologize to the pig.
I'm not gonna apologize.
You should apologize to the pig.
Jeremy, look at me. Jeremy, look at me. Jeremy, did you have fun for about 1 second when you felt what it was like to fly?
She's talking to a pig right now.
He immediately looks up towards Minnie with some level of "Please God, protect me."
That's a yes. he's Jeremy's saying yes. So it's really, I did Jeremy a favor. Jeremy's not scared.
Jeremy's a really tough pig, and I think he's pretty insulted that everybody here underestimated his swimming skills.
In all fairness, I didn't jump into the water after him.
That's true.
True.
And technically
was
speaking, I
nothing.
didn't jump in to go save Jeremy. I jumped in to get away from the bees.
Mhm.
I
Well,
was surprised by that. I thought Veya was supposed to be like the, heroic one of the group.
Excuse me,
No,
I
because-
am if anyone actually needs the help.
I mean, not a great
Don't give me
eye.
that face. I have eyes. Don't. Looking
Okay.
down doesn't count. I'm
Okay.
shorter than you. It just makes it easier for me to see you. Quit. Stop that.
for Jeremy's comfort, can we all just agree that we're not going to kick him and that he doesn't feel like flying?
Hey, I never kicked
Fine.
him. I lifted him up and gently tossed him.
You said punt.
Yeah, but I didn't at the time. It was a translation thing. I didn't realize that bunting is kicking. I thought it was like, when you play volleyball.
Blah, blah, blah.
Language.
Don't kick my pig.
Yeah, Rune, honestly, I think that you should probably,
Pretty messed
Just
up.
stop.
Rune.
you should
You need to
probably kiss
curb
and
this
make up.
habit.
What?
You should probably kiss and make up.
That's true.
With,
Oh, you do
with
it.
Minnie?
No,
No, with
with
Jeremy.
with Jeremy.
He just nods
Oh.
over at Jeremy.
No, Jeremy
Kiss
seems
the
fine.
pig. Kiss the pig. Kiss the pig.
No, Okay, fine. And Rune will pick up Jeremy, like, underneath his arm. Yeah, and Rune will start spinning him around.
Immediately, he starts having flashbacks of the trauma that he faced the last time he was picked up by Rune and spun around in any way, shape, or form.
Can I try to get him back? Put him down! He doesn't like it! He doesn't
Rune,
like it!
Wait,
Hang on, I can help out. Elle starts to cock their hand back.
Rune's just trying to kiss this pig on the forehead while everyone's trying to pull the pig
Rune,
away
go
from
ahead and make an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, that would be what's my animal handling? Oh, that's a 4.
A 4. You attempt to pick at the pig as he moves his head back and forth, trying to stay away from you. As a last-ditch effort, he looks you face on, furrowing his tiny little shaved pig brows. And he's going to go ahead and try and make a bite attack against you.
Yes!
Oh, Jeremy. By a pig.
Come on, crit.
Crit.
What's your AC?
That would be 11.
Okay. With a 17, Jeremy finds connection with your nose. He lets off a loud warrior squeal as he continues to bite down on it. You attempt to pull him away, but you seem caught within a grapple with the pig. Go ahead and make either an acrobatics check or an athletics check to try and get out of the grapple.
In there. Not fun.
Well, this is
Dave,
not good.
while they're doing that, can I cast, Al's going to be like, hang on, I'll help. And then can I cast Mage Hand? And can I help the Mage Hand just sort of assist so that maybe could roll with advantage?
Absolutely. All right. What does your mage hand look like?
It's kind of like a almost similar to what you would see on the genie. It's got a lot of bling on it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Lots of gold, lots of bangles. Yep.
It's just you can even hear it.
All right, fair enough.
But it just goes and grabs Jeremy by the butt. And then,
all right, Rune, you can go ahead and you have advantage on it.
Okay, that's good because I rolled a 6 on the first one.
Oh no.
19! So 21 with athletics.
A 19. As you pull away, you can feel the pig's jaws continuing to clamp down as the mage hand assists in pulling you back.
Come on. Let go, Jeremy.
Jeremy finally lets go as he continues to squirm and squeal towards you, clearly trying to pick a fight. However, Al's mage hand kind of comes up and pushes him back, holding him back at this point.
Minnie, pick up your boy. Pick up your mans. Come on, Minnie.
Okay, Jeremy.
Come get your man.
All right. And as Jeremy is cradled in Minnie's arms once more, he seems to eventually calm down.
Minnie, your pig doesn't know how to kiss very well. He just bit me instead of kissing. So you should work on that with him, okay?
Maybe you should have eaten the bee.
How much experience do you have with kissing?
None at all, but I'm pretty sure that, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to bite people.
Enough of that asking first.
Consent is important.
What? I'm 18.
I'm 18. Put that on a t-shirt.
Real quick.
He's got a lot of older siblings and cousins and shit, man.
No, it's canon.
That's
Keelan's
worse when you say it's his.
Oh, yeah.
No,
That's not what I meant.
No.
There's a lot of time for practice.
Yeah, there's plenty of time, and like I once met a girl when I was a lot younger, and she was a naked mole rat. She didn't have much of a choice in the matter. She had to kind of teeth it a little bit,
I have so many concerns about all of that.
It's fine,
We can talk about Keelan's weird things later on. What are we doing? What do you guys?
Well, we're supposed to be meeting up before we go to the Huff and Puff and do this thing for old Scratch that you say.
It's good, right?
We still got a little bit of time, but I know that's starting really soon. Actually, oh crap. Okay, yeah.
We can't
you know
be
the deal.
late.
I know, Veya. I know. Just 5 minutes before, we'll be fine.
5
Well,
minutes.
just tell me it's not going to be boring.
It's a pickup
Yeah, no
job.
more boring stuff.
Pickup.
I mean, I'd also like it not to
What
be dangerous that much, you know? I mean, just you know. put
Don't
that
worry,
in there.
Keelan. I even checked with them. They said it's going to be perfectly safe, no danger whatsoever. We're just going to have a nice walk.
You got us a
I love that.
boring job? How am I going to add that to my resume?
Look, if you guys consider scenic views and lovely conversation boring, then I don't know what to tell you.
You sound like my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, how's
I
the
don't
tomato
know.
harvest?
I like it here. You have very nice climate.
I don't know. I ditched the tomato harvest. I'd rather hang out with you guys.
Right?
Aw.
I thought it was turnips.
It might be. Couldn't tell you.
All right.
So,
Well-
are we going?
Yeah.
Maybe we can make it interesting. What do you think, Veya?
All right.
Yes. We can make it for every mile we go, we have to eat a bug.
Oh,
High five.
Yes. Whoever catches it doesn't have to eat it.
And it can be any bug.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Oh, that opens up a lot
Do
of
it.
different opportunities.
I'm just imagining Al picking up like a trilobite that he's found somehow.
Xenomorph. Just
yeah. All right. Well, let's get this off on the right foot then. Race you guys to the Huff and Puff then.
No, that's not.
they are speed.
I am the
Fine.
wind.
No, if we're gonna race, you have to start at the starting line. We have to all start at the same time.
I run back.
oh,
I tap my
wow.
foot.
Okay. And Veya is going to get a stick and draw a line across the dirt. We all start here at the same time. Somebody count us off.
Jeremy, go.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Jeremy stops running.
As Jeremy makes his way to the starting line, he raises his snout into the air as you all line up accordingly.
Right.
Wong, 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 wong. Oink. Oink.
On the second oink, Berrick face mushes Veya and runs.
All right. Berrick takes off running, Jeremy's look of shock on his face that he would dare defile the sanctity of this race.
I also cast Longstrider on myself.
Oh my god.
All right. If
Let
that-
me check my character sheet.
How far does Longstrider get you?
I think it gives me an extra 10 feet, right? Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
from a
40.
mechanical perspective, I'm going to say that I'll get all of you to roll straight dex throws for me. Berrick, you can have advantage because you are casting Longstrider.
Nice.
Could I have advantage because I have out the gate?
Technically, you're not in initiative.
Dang it!
But I was attacked, so can I use feline agility because I technically am in combat?
When were you attacked?
I pushed her in the
Berrick
face.
pushed me in the face.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
I
if
thought
Barrett
he
started
pushed
attacking,
Rune in the
then
face.
initiative should happen.
All right, yeah, okay. Veya, you immediately go into combat mode. You can go ahead
Yeah.
and roll with advantage as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Did you say it's a dex?
Just a straight dex throw.
I got a 5.
18.
I got a
Also
9.
18.
I gotta roll this.
Rune rolled a 15, but I think she will willingly stay behind with Al and sort of walk alongside him.
It's these shoes. I'm not used to these types of shoes. You guys are
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
you
All
know
right.
it's the shoes, right?
Veya, what
I
did
could
you-
be up there if I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Veya, what did you roll?
19.
A 19.
Oh, shit.
All
Veya.
right. As you
I get
all-
down on all fours, tiny little
Yeah,
paws,
dude.
claws pop out,
Yes.
and I am cleat digging into this to tear up this ground.
Sword just waving on the back.
All right. In that case, Berrick, Veya, and Keelan take off running like the wind. Minnie, you try and keep up the best that you can, but realize from the small squeals from Jeremy that he can't keep up at this point.
And
Minnie's
poor
like,
little
"Oh, are
Minnie
we
with her
cheating?"
short legs.
As Veya now pulls out in front of all of you, Berrick, you and Keelan are now neck in neck, almost just a matter of 10 yards away from the front of the Huff and Puff. Can you guys go ahead and just roll a straight D20 to see who wins?
Can I do you one better?
What are you doing?
I am going to use my face step
Shillelagh.
to teleport across the finish line.
All right. In that case, Veya, just as you're about to reach the front steps, you hear the poof of a magical poof of like a cloud of smoke before Berrick, now standing directly in front of you on the steps as the winner. Keelan comes
don't
up,
slow
puffing
down.
and puffing directly behind.
I do not slow down. I full
Hey there, short
charge.
stack. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Right. Oh, cheater!
I also don't slow down. So as Veya like sort of hits into Berrick, I'm gonna use my ability Sure-Footed Stomp, and I'm not gonna move either. And because I have powerful build, and I'm going to move through his square because he is smaller than me, I'm going to literally like rugby tackle him and start dogpiling onto the top of him. You cheater! I'm just echoing Veya, and we're just ganging up on him.
All right. In
Sounds
that
like
case,
we got a big ass pile up.
as
We roll some damage.
as Berrick, you
And
stand. As you stand the victor, smiling with a cocky smile on your face, Veya and Keelan both barrel in towards you as the three of you burst through the door of the tavern, falling head over heels in front of each other. As you all crash down to the floor, you all kind of sit for a moment before you hear a voice. What in tarnations are y'all doing?
Sorry, Morty.
Shaggy?
Oh man, Rick.
Raji.
As you
Sorry,
turn-
stop making fun of Dave's voice.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. You guys
Um,
have one voice to do, okay? I've got 1,000. All right, give me a break.
I can't even get my one voice now.
All right,
Let's make him voice
Keelan
a
will-
pig for the whole campaign.
Yeah.
So Keelan's going to sit up, but not get off Berrick. And who are we looking at?
You take note of Kui. Kui is a known individual within the tavern, a long-standing citizen of Startier Valley. You all know him as a dwarven miner, one of 7, actually. You can see his large, grizzled beard, tangled like a thicket that flops on top of his round belly. He sports old, tattered overalls and always carries around his battered old mining helmet. Y'all causing trouble in here again?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I was too busy twisting this fella's leg. I'm gonna keep grappling Berrick. I say, how are you today? It's good. Nice weather.
Yeah,
But you're struggling.
I guess it's a good day for another drink, that's for sure, as he holds up his mug and cheers to all of you before guzzling it down.
Back caked in dirt, kind of pushing on like Keelan's jaw as he's getting grappled, kind of looking upside down because his back's against the ground. Oh, hey, let me get some. Shh, nobody has to know. Come on, don't tell my dad.
You know, Berrick, when I was your age, I used to scuttle around with my brothers. We'd have a good old time in the old mine, playing around just like the 3 of you. Sadly, they're all gone now.
That's really sad. That is.
Don't look at me like that. They all just moved away down to the Neverland Isles, okay?
Oh, gosh.
Jesus.
They went down to one of the smaller islands. What do they call it? Oh, Florida.
Oh God.
Okay.
I hate that so much.
I hear that's nice there this time of year. Oh, yeah.
Are we all there now?
You've all made your way towards
Yeah,
the tavern now. You're all inside at this point.
Oh, hey, I thought you were asking if we were all in Florida.
Florida.
Some of us are in Florida.
Why would we want to go there? Oh my God.
Careful Cantrip Season 3 expansion, Florida.
It's the other kingdom to the
Dolphin
south.
excursion.
Yeah.
BBG is just Florida, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He walks around with a gator on a leash.
I don't understand. We've collected all the bath salts. We still can't stop them.
Jesus.
All right.
Okay.
We love you, Florida. All right.
How dare you?
As Al makes his way across the threshold of the tavern, Qui immediately notices him. Oh, hey, Al. I could use another if you have a second. No? All right, that's fine. I'll wait for Scratch.
I guess he's off the clock. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I was reading chat. I was gonna say sorry, Cass, because
Rune elbows Al.
oh, sorry. What did you say, old timer? Sorry.
Another mug, if you wouldn't mind.
I don't really have any on me. Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
fill up my
hang on.
glass there,
Yeah,
youngin?
I'll go. Yeah, I'll get it. Al kind of makes their way past the bar and like familiarly like goes to the little bar latch and puts the key in and kind of throws it up and grabs one of the mugs from up high and blows some dust out of it and starts to like take the pressure off the keg. You know, you really got to air these things out before close. They never do.
Oh, it's fine. I'm used to having lots of dust in my drink. You know, when my brothers and I used to be down in the mine. We
Yeah.
had
Anyway,
plenty.
how about that? That's pretty cool. Here, take this.
Oh, okay. He
Using the
looks down into the
conversation-
mug and begins to drink, completely oblivious to what story he was just about to ramble on about.
Using the conversation as a distraction,
Cool.
Berrick is going to give a quick, soft, but fast kick to Keelan's dick as they're still grappling on the floor to try to get him off.
Jesus Christ.
I would like to.
I was not expecting that.
All right.
Dick
This is
damage
the
in
new
episode
throat punch,
1.
people.
Well, be careful, Bob. You got to be careful. Rumor has it he's hung like a horse.
Oh, boo!
I'd like to make an attack to try and break his shins.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Christ.
God,
Oh my God.
this escalated.
With my horse dick. No.
No.
Can
No,
I
I'm not
just throw my sword down and be? No, I don't. I have the practice sword, and I left that back at home. I'm just gonna stomp my feet to try to separate the two. We are in front of the client.
Yeah, Keelan.
Yeah, Keelan. And I stand up.
As you guys stand up, you already find that there's 2 mugs of ale being tossed at you down from the bar.
Cider,
We don't have.
please.
You know what? One second. Kind of like reaches down
Bless you.
below it and finds this like
Thank you.
old dusty ass keg. Kind of gives it a
Thank
shake. No.
Adds to the sourness.
I'll try some of that.
Kind of looks at it very uneasy, like, and he's like, "Yeah, okay." Kind of pours a second glass, gives it to you guys, and then kind of watches like nervously as you go to drink it.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
As you all cheers, enjoying a drink together. Just in that moment, as you put your glasses down, Scratch comes in from the back room. Ah, you're all here. Good. So I assume I'll talk to you all about the job I potentially have for you.
Kinda. This is easy.
Well-
But we are prepared to take on something more challenging should it be needed.
Oh, Veya.
But if it's not needed, that's all right too.
This isn't too bad. I need someone to pick something up for me. Not too far from here. A few cases of Panian wine fell off a cargo ship on its way from the Never Isles and floated their way to Puckered Starfish Wharf, just south of the village.
I can't write this fast enough, Dave.
It's right next to Chocolate Starfish Wharf. You just gotta remind her.
Puckered starfish. Fuck, Dave.
What did you say? South of the village?
I'm
What?
not puckering anyone's starfish. I'm gonna just
No!
tell you that right now. No.
Puckered Starfish Wharf is the name of the place that you need to go.
But you
Sorry.
said south of the village, or
Yes.
Usually, yeah. Typically down the bottom. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's always down south.
Of course it's down south. Of course. Okay.
Premium
Right?
content.
As
That's
Cluck,
good comedy.
or sorry, as Scratch continues onward.
Oh! Big reveal!
James!
It was
James!
plucked the whole time.
It was plucked the whole time, son of a bitch!
What a twist.
What a twist. And it's only episode 1.
I've already made an agreement with the owner of the wharf down there, Hootie, the Blowfishian.
No! I hate that I'm writing this all down. Okay.
Serious notes, Hootie, Blowfishian.
Yes, Hootie the Blowfishian, as some of you may know him. He's agreed to send some back to me, but only if I can find someone who's willing to deliver it for him. Older gentlemen can't walk too well at this point. Great swimmer still, from what I hear. Now, this is a very important and precious package that requires the most competent deliverers. And if you're willing to do this for me, well, I'd be more than happy to offer 30 silver pieces to the rest.
We also accept payment in explosives.
That's true, actually.
Let me be very clear. We don't want to blow up the wine. That is not the opportune thing. We need to get it back to the tavern so we can go ahead and serve that to our patronage here.
We will do
It's a
it
delivery job.
to the best of our ability.
Whoa, Veya.
What?
What about 50 silver pieces each?
Oh.
No, man, I think you misunderstood. It was 30 silver pieces for all of you.
Well, then why don't we
Each.
just meet each other right in the middle? Seems fair.
Then we wouldn't get the delivery here. It would be, on the road somewhere.
Yeah, we gotta come back here with the
Keelan.
wine.
Yeah, he wants us to come here, not in the middle. Rune,
Plus,
that's
we
the
probably
whole.
get paid less if they were to meet us in the middle, because we'll not
I
pay
meant-
for
It
the
hurts.
delivery.
The numbers. So how about, okay, all right, fine. Call it 31 silver pieces each.
You're such a great negotiator.
As you say this, go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Whispered on the each.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, persuasion you said?
Yes, please.
That is a 21.
21.
Ooh.
She is proficient at persuasion.
I'll make you a deal. If you
All
can get
right.
all 6 bottles back to me in one piece,
Mm-hmm.
I'll offer you 48 silver. But they have to be in pristine condition, not a single bottle dropped. One bottle dropped, and we'll only offer you 30.
Deal. Rune will put out her hand.
Kind of looks at it. No, I'm not going to shake your hand. Now, the one issue is, we want to make sure that you're not going empty-handed. Well, it's a relatively safe passage. You never know what's going to happen down there. So, I'll allow you to borrow some of the equipment I've gathered over the years in the lost and found. Come on. As he waves you to the back.
I'm concerned about this party. That's 3 people excited about explosives. Like, what?
I am also excited about explosives.
Okay.
It's the right
I'm just
option.
excited to do the delivery.
I was about to say, you weren't worried when you blew up the dead bee, or the fact that you've given a pig PTSD. It's the
Oh.
explosives that are the problem.
Pig TSD.
Fair.
Yes.
Pig TSD.
Real thing.
Hmm.
It's in the medical pig books. Pig medical.
Mm-hmm.
As he leads you to the back room, you see essentially an entire room filled with objects that have been left behind. A number of backpacks, a few rolls, sleeping rolls that is, and a number of other items that would constitute as starting gear. Aside from that, you do see a few daggers that seem to be laying around, 2 short swords, a short bow, and what looks like a makeshift shield that was crafted out of a whiskey barrel cover and some leather straps with the label Piper's Reserved stamped in ink.
All right, you guys go ahead and grab whatever you feel you need here. I'll
Dibs.
take that shield if nobody's using it, but
I
if you
grabbed
need
the
it, let me
shield
know.
before you can.
All right, well, okay, you guys have fun.
Jeez.
I'll run for the short sword, and then I'll give Jeremy a dagger to hold in his mouth.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
We now have an armed
Badass,
We now
Jeremy.
have an armed pig with PTSD.
That'll do.
Fantastic.
Jemmy, show me your war face.
Hang on. Well, I'll roll for that. We'll see what kind of war pig we have on our hand.
Cute.
With an 18, you see him grit his teeth as he bears the dagger within his, the hilt of the dagger within his jaws. He also gives a slight glance with his war face over to Rune.
Oh,
And you're
Hi.
raising a fine boy there. Let me just say.
My pig's gonna kill you.
Take
It's
that
going to be
alert
the most
feat.
ingracious death in this series.
Badass, Jeremy. I'll give him some props.
He gives you a hoof.
No pig hands?
No, pigs have hooves.
Big
Veya.
fingers.
God,
Pig fingers?
there's not-
That's terrifying.
Pig
Jeremy's
fingers?
just walking
No,
around
that's
on
not
hands
doing
the whole time.
It's a magical place.
As he raises his
Poor
hoof
hands.
to meet your daps, Minnie, he puts it back down, and with an air of confidence that he now holds, and a certain pig swagger, he kind of lifts his head in a matter of glory and valor.
Hells yeah, maybe this will be fun.
Hey, look, Jeremy seems to like it. Maybe they'll get to murder something.
Boing,
We still have
Maybe
that
someone
bug
will
quest.
try to rob us.
boing.
I would like to look for 2 things here.
Sure.
One, I'd like to look for what seems to be pretty heavy, like a pretty good weight that I could swing around. And then the other thing is I'd like to also look for a small net.
A weight and a net.
Yes, like
I
a
would
weighted,
say-
like something like I don't know if there's going to be like a big heavy sword. I don't care if it's dull.
Something two-handed and big.
Make an investigation check for me, Veya.
What check?
Investigation, please.
Investigation. That is a 13.
With a 13, you're easily able to find the net. As you dig a little bit deeper, found underneath a pile of some of the old backpacks, you do, in fact, find a dull and rusted sword.
It's ugly, but it'll work. And I slide it into like a strap I have on my back.
Okay, fair
Just
enough.
like you.
What? You
Don't
better
be-
watch your mouth or I'm going to test it out on you first.
Keelan, as he's like moving around the area, is really unfamiliar with a lot of this stuff. So he like picks up his sword and he's like, testing out the weight and the swing of it. But as he swings it up, it sort of embeds in the roof, and he sort of stops and tries to pull it out, and he just kind of like leaves it there, and he's like, "Oh, you know what? I think I'm all right. I think the good old backpack will do me just fine." Is there any like rope, maybe?
You do find about 50 feet of rope.
Come on, just grab some rope.
As I
Later
kind of
that
I
night.
walk by.
As Minnie's father enters the tavern, a sword falls from the sky.
Who could have done
I'm
this?
just so proud of my daughter.
Seeing as though there's no like notable armor or anything like that, Rune will I guess take out her staff, or it's probably already been out. But she's going to purposely like put it in front of her and sort of like lean against it and do like a pose, and then try and make eye contact with Berrick and say, hey Bear, check it out. Look what Mom gave me.
That's fucking lame. I found this sweet stick.
How can you say this? This is from this is handed down. It's really special.
I don't know, Rune.
Hold
Have
on.
you seen the
Wait,
handle of
hold
that
on.
stick? That fits perfectly. That's a good stick.
No,
that's a great stick.
she's got a point. He kind of like walks in closer and like, look, can I see it?
No. She pushes him.
Smart.
She's learning. She's learning.
Only once.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else anybody's picking up?
I would like a
Dave,
bow.
Ooh, go.
If there's a bow.
There is a short bow. Yep.
You might want to grab some arrows to go with that, Minnie. I think there's some underneath the bar over there.
Oh yeah, good call. She'll go look for them. And so she's just flicking the string repeatedly.
Like a nice little rhythm.
Boom, boom, boom.
Instrument, too. That's not a
Guys,
bad
we could start a
idea.
band.
That's how kind
We
of
would need a name. We're not very good at that. We still don't even have a group name. If we're doing a work job together, we should have a business name.
That's really formal.
The Horse Lords.
No,
No.
Keelan.
Oh, okay.
very
horses
formal.
are
I like it.
stupid.
You know, I'm voting for it, Keelan. You got my vote.
Oh, thank you, Ad. I appreciate that.
As they're kind of
Um,
voting, Dave, seeing as how this is kind of like my abode, I'm looking for light armor if I can find of any type. Would I even have some even upstairs in my own kind of quarters?
You don't see any armor situated there. In
Nothing,
fact,
even
none
with
of
my own
you.
equipment.
In fact, none of you can see armor there, nor do any of you possess any armor. You haven't really any need for it, as just general young adolescents within the town.
Okay, cool. What's the shiniest thing I can find?
Shiniest
and
thing you
can
can
I
find
roll?
is already attached to your hip, my friend.
Fair enough. Oh, that's a good point, man. I kind of cover that a little bit. I'm gonna go over and pull the sword out of the ceiling.
Okay.
Kind of like wrench it free, and I'm gonna look to Berrick, and I'm gonna be like, you know, this is probably the sharpest sword in the entire city. I'll trade you that lame shield for it.
I don't. No.
All right,
say that was
well,
the
you're
sharpest
missing out.
I'll give you.
Wait.
I'll arm wrestle you for it, though. I mean,
I'll tell you what.
I'll wrestle. You see, like, small Veya trying to jump up into this conversation of giants. I would like.
No, I was gonna look down on it, and he's gonna like take a second to go. I'll get in on that action. Yeah, you go ahead and wrestle for it, Veya. You go ahead and take my place.
Okay.
she's champing for you. All right.
All right. As you find a small barrel that you can set up that fits you both properly.
Keelan will do the holding hands thing to make sure that it's all fair.
Oh fuck.
All right, so I want a fair game. All right, no cheating, no leaning over the table. All right, make sure that your shoulders stay away from the barrel top. On my mark, okay? 3, 2, and then I'm gonna let go.
Idiot says what?
All right. As you feel each other press up against each other
Dang
in
it.
contest, go ahead and both of you make athletics checks for me.
Look, Minnie, you want to get in
She's
on some of
gonna
this action?
beat
I
my
got
ass.
2-1 here on Veya. Like, what? Do you
Yep. Solid motherfucking 5.
16.
16. The training of
my
Veya
shield.
is clearly on display at this point as she instantly puts your arm to the ground.
Yes, that's for Rune. Suck it.
Which is very
Hey,
impressive
good
because
job.
you were
I
on a
wasn't
barrel.
ready. But I will win with, or lose with grace.
No, that's not possible for you. Also, don't we get your stick now or something? What were we even playing for?
The shield, I love like the shield. That's
Oh.
And this. And he's gonna like cup a fart and like brush it out.
Can I try to dodge this? Can I try to, like,
Sure, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. All of you.
Oh.
I got a 22. Hey, and that 20.
Hey!
Hey!
Boo, 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 boo.
I'll just
I
kind
was
of
hung
breathe
around
it
there
in.
too long.
19 for Rune. She's seen his fart tricks.
Okay.
Also 19.
Okay.
Oh, I
Everybody
didn't. I
knows
didn't
that
realize
mouth.
we were all rolling. My bad.
You
I have
gotta
so
avoid
many
the fart,
siblings,
man.
I'm
Well,
so
all
used
of
to
you
this.
except Berrick. I mean, everybody likes their own
It
brand.
does help. I did roll a dirty 20 to roll out of the way.
Okay.
21.
21.
21.
You are
Everybody
all
rolls-
very familiar with Berrick's antics, and as soon as you see the arm coming up from the behind, you immediately all rush out of the room.
sucks, Dave.
Lock the door! Put him in with his own farts! I would like to barricade the door to keep Berrick in there with his own farts.
You all
Oh,
barricade
wow.
him within the room for a short period, all giving a little bit of a snicker and a laugh before letting Berrick out once more.
He just meditates in it. He's all about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before you head out on your mission?
I did get my right?
Yeah, you've got an upgraded sword, so yours is no longer rusty, old, and dull. You now have the shiny sword that was pulled out of the ceiling.
Got it.
How far is the port, Parked Starfish?
It's about a half day's travel there and a half day back.
All right. Before we go, I want to go back to my place, and I want to, if I can, use some of the like just tools and materials that we've got at the farm to kind of make like a harness with like a crate, so it's almost like a backpack that we can put the bottles into while we carry them.
Yeah, you
That's
you
okay.
actually wouldn't need to go back to your place in order to do that. You would easily be able to find 2 belts that seem to have been left behind and an empty crate.
I also want to grab some of my tools.
Okay, in that case, yeah, you run back and you can get whatever tools you're looking for, as well as your long hammer.
Yay,
Yeah, I'm
thank
kind of on the same. I wouldn't mind just filling out like a basic survival kit. Looking for general rope.
Oh yeah, no. In terms of the items, again, just assume that all starting gear was available to you within the storage. In terms of weapons and things along those lines, it was as I described it. Armor, none of you guys have at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go. Who's ready to go on a delivery mission?
I appreciate
seem
your
very excited.
enthusiasm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's my first mission, outside of town. Mom and Dad, they want me to look after the livestock, and this is the first time I get to, go out and see stuff. I mean, it's not the mountain, of course, and, I probably still won't get much there, but nonetheless, I've never seen the ocean before. Have you seen the ocean? Al's seen the ocean. Al, you've seen the ocean, haven't you?
I saw it for a little bit. Yeah, it's not that.
Al has seen the ocean, guys. Come on. We might not be, embarking on something that's going to plunge us into this whirlwind adventure that might end the world, but we get to go see the seaside. We get to go and, visit Mr. Hootie. There's so many things to look forward to. Come on, fellas. Let's try it again. Who's with me? We're going on a quest. Hurrah!
Come on, guys. On
Hell
3.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Money.
Drops.
Money!
Money!
Hey, oh,
Keelan's pants.
okay. Right.
He drops his pants.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
As the camaraderie all takes place, you all begin to make your way to the southern exit of the village. And as you begin to travel along the edge of the village, the famed yellow brick road comes into view. Countless
Aw.
individuals have traversed this road, all the way from Seesaw Harbor up to the Emerald City. However, your path simply crosses the road onto a smaller path that leads to the puckered Starfish Wharf. However, at the crossroads stands a simple, rustic well. But this is no ordinary well. Many travelers have spoken of the famed wishing well before. All you have to do is throw a stone and speak your wish. But those are all children's stories and superstitions, right?
Yep, let's go.
No.
Wait, we're
Might
at
as
the
well.
wishing well?
You are at
We're
the wishing
physically
well.
there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it's here. Okay, hold on. Rune
Oh,
looks
maybe-
for a stone.
Oh, she's gonna turn this into a whole.
I got a
thing.
stone! And I go in my backpack with my random collection of rocks. Look, this one's shaped like a moon. It's perfect for you.
Wow. Minnie, thank you.
So
How
you
long
made
have
it
you
to
had
circle?
this for?
I don't know, I picked it up a couple weeks back. I've been meaning to give it to you. I keep forgetting.
Oh, well, thank you. This is really cool. It feels really smooth. I'm gonna throw it away now. We'll throw it into the well, and she'll lean over and close her eyes, and she'll start mumbling to herself.
What is Rune's wish?
Oh, do I have to say it out loud?
Yep. That's the point.
Oh. But can I say it really quietly? Like.
In other words, can I whisper?
Thanks
She
for
whisper
No, no,
translating.
it?
she specifically goes.
I'd like to use the soft words.
All wishes
Can't
have to be
comprehend
spoken
languages.
out loud. That's the
All
the
right.
mythology behind it.
Rune feeling cheated, we'll say. Well, I wish that I get a better sense of my powers and that I know what to do next.
You hear a bloop as the stone hits the water.
She turns around immediately. Do I look different? Did anything happen? Do I look cooler?
You're one rock lighter.
You look even dumber than before.
Oh, shut up.
I want to
This is a
try.
wish, though, just so you know.
All right.
Is the magic based on the size of the rock as well? Like the bigger rock you throw in. I want to find a big rock.
Wishes
Okay.
usually come with a cost, so it makes sense. Bigger the cost, bigger the
That
payment.
makes
bigger the
perfect sense.
So
You
a
find
blood
a-
rock would be worth more.
You
Oh,
find
tons
a,
of
Why is it
a
just blood
relatively
with you? Way to slow
large
down.
rock, Keelan.
Okay, here we go. Alright.
Roll it in there, big guy. Come on.
And what is Keelan's wish?
Alright. I wish that Thunderboar selects me for the watch, and I can become a proud delivery hero just like me old man. Oh, the water level went up a bit. That's kind of cool. Right.
Comes a big
What's
rock.
Okay. Me next.
Minnie steps up to the well.
She'll like sort out her rock, and then she'll pick one that makes sense for her, and then she'll just like kind of hold it over the well and sort of plop it and watch it drop, and then she'll say, "I wish I was big enough for a big adventure."
Uh-oh. What about Jeremy?
Adorable.
Oh yeah, Jeremy, here. And she'll take the dagger out of his mouth.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna instantly fall dead. Don't let him win.
What do you wish for?
I wish to shed the blood of my enemy.
You find a
It's like, I
small
don't feel
smooth
so
stone.
good, explodes.
You find a small smooth stone that fits into Jeremy's mouth. He leans over, moink, 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 and lets it go.
And then just glares up
Oh,
at Rune. With a smile. Berrick will walk up next. And since GF Powers already called me out on it, I'm not going to pee in the well.
God.
He just takes some pocket lint out of his trousers and just dashes it in. I wish that my future was mine to decide. And then looks awkwardly at everyone and then walks away.
Okay.
You should have used more than pocket lint for that one, mate.
It's a precious commodity. Don't be
Veya,
like
you
that.
gonna
Come
go?
on, Veya.
Fine.
It's tradition.
Go stand over at the edge or something. This doesn't have to be a public affair.
Yes, it does.
Does it? Is that? She'll look at what?
That's
think
the
it's
rules.
Who
Yeah.
wrote the rules?
I
think
thought
we
you
should
liked
do that.
following them.
I do.
Shouldn't you- Just do it. It's fine. I did it. And look, I'm fine. And even Jeremy made a wish, and I'm still fine.
Al takes like a step back.
Yeah, we all just take a step back away from Rune.
Veya will look at the dumb but shiny replacement sword that she has, and she's gonna pick up just like a small pebble on the ground and bounce it in her hand before throwing it in. I wish to find a sword as strong as my will to win.
Bloop.
There. Okay. We're done. There's no more to show. We can leave now.
Wait, but doesn't Al get a little wishy thing?
Oh,
Or did
I
I?
don't know if a well.
Oh, go on
no,
now.
you have to.
Come on.
Everybody else did.
Everyone else got one.
Me.
All right.
I will
But
slap you right in the face.
let me just say immediately, you guys completely messed up. If you ever get a wish source that doesn't have any rules, you should always ask for more wishes. That's like wish 101.
Oh,
Dang it!
But I got you guys
that would
back.
have been.
Don't worry, Al's here. He knows how to manipulate wishes. Kind of like pats the lamp on their lap a little bit and kind of walks up to the well, and they're gonna pull out a stone out of their pocket, but it doesn't quite look like anything that you guys would find from around the region. And he's gonna look at the stone, and then look back at the group. Like, I wish everyone else gets their wishes, and then flip the stone into the well.
Oh.
Stop! My heart.
I'm gonna go hug Al.
Allowed.
Get away from me, you stink.
No, I'm gonna lift him up.
Yeah, okay.
We're
okay,
walking
come on.
this way.
Yeah,
we're
come on.
walking
I
this way
want
for
a
a
piece.
while.
I
Yeah,
want
there
a
you
piece. I do. I want a piece.
You're about 6'4" into the air.
I'm so high right now.
As the last stone finds its way into the water, you all take a moment to look at one another, smiling, thinking about what possibilities could be ahead. And so, as you put your backpacks back on, you begin to make your way to the other side of the yellow brick road. And so, our story begins. And welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our very first chapter of the campaign. We are all very, very, very excited to get this ball rolling with all of you. And hey, let's give a quick round of applause to both Bobby and Raina for such an amazing job on the artwork.
It's like job, Bobby. I looked
Raina,
down
you
and
did such a
fuck
great
you.
job on the art. I love it. The colors,
you.
Honestly,
chose,
Raina,
Yeah.
knocked it out of the park. The art
Yeah,
is best
thank
thing
you.
about it.
100%.
amazing.
Hate my life.
Bobby did like overlays, whatever.
Did you even
Hey.
look at them?
We're definitely getting overlay this year. We're gonna beat Cantrip cast this year, guys. I can feel it. I can feel it
Yeah.
in my bones that we're gonna beat the Cantrip cast this year. With that
Brandon,
said,
we
guys,
love you, but you're going down.
before we wrap up, I'll give one last call. If you're not already in on the giveaway for the evening, I'll put it up on screen quickly for you guys so you can see it. Ooh, fancy dice box by our wonderful sponsors, Mythroll Armory. You can check them out at mythrollarmory.com, and hey, go check out their new Kickstarter for the dice scroller that they're going to be doing. Use !roll in chat right now, and good luck to everyone. I'll give you all a second to go ahead and do that. To my wonderful players, thank you so much for joining me for the evening. We've all, as you all know, we put in some hard work in this campaign, and I'm very, very, very excited to see where this all goes. Before we leave off, is there any other notes from Raina, CC, CEO?
Yeah. I'm gonna swing it over to Nate for Patreon.
Cool. Yeah, we saw a couple of you guys join in tonight. It was awesome having you guys there. Tonight was a fucking blast. Come check us out on Patreon. There's session 0 if you want to see what happened before this episode. See why the hell Jeremy might have drowned to death. Go check it out there. You can join for free as well. It's not a paid thing. You can just go even check out the posts and content and stuff. So come say hi. And thanks for everyone who already did.
We also may or may not have a nudie calendar.
Ooh, that's
not on the free tier, Bobby. It's not on
Emphasis
the
on
free
may
tier.
not.
Emphasis on may not. Yeah. Okay.
All right, with that said, I'm going to close up the entries for the evening. Good luck to all those who have entered. And hey, can I get a drum roll?
drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
And the winner of tonight's dice box, the none other than the lovely, the beautiful, the talented Nivik the Wanderer. Congratulations, my friend. Nivik, well done. If you're in our Discord, come join us there. Let us know. Alternatively, you can just whisper us on Twitch. We can get that there. But congratulations, my friends. Guys, we've got plenty more giveaways that are going to be coming in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. But before we all leave you for the evening, to all the adventurers out there, whether you find yourself in your hometown with your friends, causing a little bit of mischief, or on your way to your very first adventure, I beg you all, one word of caution. Be careful out there. You can trip. Guys, we will see you all next week. Love all your faces. Take care.
Bye.
Bye!